go. All right, it's Sunday morning, man. It's Sunday. We the new BS time. But just to let you guys know, BS will be off for 3 weeks because Jerry's going on a vacation, and I will try to do some pop-up BS on Saturdays.
Whoa. I'm not going on vacation for 3 weeks. Who else is going on vacation here?
Well, that's
Why
free
three
form.
weeks?
Well, because
Why are you
I
saying
looked
three
at I
weeks?
looked at your dates. You're not available next Sunday, are you? Well, next Sunday I'm going to Disneyland. That's me because I'm.
Okay.
Ah, and then we got Easter.
Blaming me for
Well,
it, fucker.
you're going on vacation the next 2 weeks after that.
I No, I'm
Yeah.
going somewhere that day. I'm not. It's not a vacation, but I'm going
Okay.
somewhere. One week is a vacation though. So
Yeah. And then
Made it sound like Jerry was traveling for a whole month.
no shit, man. I wish I could.
I was like, where the hell are you going, Jerry?
I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know.
Taking a road trip, man.
I just got the dates
Antarctica.
he gave me he couldn't record, and it was 2 weeks after I couldn't record because I'm going to Disneyland with the girlfriend and my adopted sister and her husband. So
Hey,
We'll
Mark,
be all right. We shall endure.
yeah, we shall. Well, I'll do some pop-ups on a Saturday, except on the 4th. I don't know if I could do that because I'm going to Brick Springfield. So I'm gonna go see him live. But Jerry, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
I can't complain. If I did, it really wouldn't fucking matter anyway. I try to complain. Nothing really, comes from it. So I pretty much stopped. So anyway, our guests, we have the man with the Tesla shirt, our third member of the Freeform cast, the Mooger Fooger. Shane, how you doing, dude?
Good, man. Happy Sunday morning to everybody. Andy, I did not quite beat you, but I did get 1.6 miles in with the dog this morning.
Good for you.
All right,
that-
man. Tell you,
Yeah, we're,
And also, it's been almost 2 weeks since I've drank a soda or
Ooh,
had
yeah.
fast food.
Awesome, dude.
chips.
I'm telling you that'll matter, dude. It really will,
Dude,
man.
I am feeling already. I feel great.
I'm telling you, that shit'll kill you, dude. It really
I'm
will,
just
man.
increasing my drug use. It's going great.
Yeah, crack and heroin, takes the place of it, and you get thinner that way too. So look at the positives, man.
If you just do a little bit and not get hooked, you'll be okay.
oh, geez.
And then we have Edwin Cannistraci. How you doing, dude?
hey,
Good to have
Jim.
you on here, man.
I-
Good shirt. Cool shirt.
Well, thank you. Yes, it might be a spoiler alert. Anyway, for you guys, well, here's a question. Is this freeform or BS
This is
sessions?
This is
BS.
BS.
Yes.
Oh, this is BS sessions. Okay, so this is going to be
Yeah.
seen. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, at
This
least
is going to be seen.
So you need to hit share and makeup. I think I already did that already. So
nah,
I'm good.
it's all right. It's
I
all right.
like your cup
All right,
too,
cool.
man. Elvis, that's about Elvis, right? Or not the song?
Yeah, actually, good clock in there. Yeah,
TCB,
Thank
TCB,
you,
There is.
right?
yeah, this is in the morning. I'm not used to being taped in the morning. I did do it for that one podcast from my that local bar I go to, the Villager. That was
Oh,
like
that
a
was pretty cool.
clock. But
Well, for us, but it kind of looked like it was at midnight.
Where's the
Bar-
villager at? Where's that at?
in Hillsborough Village, which is where I live, which is
Okay.
you know where like the Vanderbilt campus is in
Sure.
Belmont?
Yeah. Mhm. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's close to
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
And then we got Andy Rodriguez. How you doing, man? My brother from a million podcasts too. How are you, dude?
Oh, man,
The new crack addict of the show, apparently.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. You know, we all got to start
Wait. Somebody say crack, crackety crack. Okay, go ahead.
No, but yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I'm really loving these Sunday mornings. I really am.
Yeah, I am too.
I think they rule. I love it.
Yeah, I'm the
All
one
right.
who has to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to eat breakfast, drink coffee, and drink my juice during the show. Yeah,
I've
okay.
never
wow.
done a Mark Allen Taylor related podcast or stream show sober before. Just putting this out there. So it's a totally new experience for me.
All right.
well, I'm not.
The fuck are you drinking?
Me? I'm
Yeah.
drinking whiskey with pink lemonade.
Oh, okay. I must have
It's
missed
kind
that.
of brunchy.
It's pretty good.
All right,
Most
well,
of it's
let's get
whiskey.
bit-
Just
let's-
a little bit more. All right, go ahead,
Let's
Chair.
get BSC, man. Let's go.
All right, but what we're doing is Jerry, you didn't say what we're doing.
Well, it was your show. I figured you were going to do
All
it.
right, so what we're doing is that it's kind of like before we started the show, Edwin says kind of vague. It's like 11 albums you never like stop listening to. How about that? 11 albums you never stop listening to. That's in your playlist on your iPhone that you never delete off your iPhone music, stuff like that, or your Spotify, or you have the albums in your iTunes music or something. That's always there. You never let it go because it always comes back to you. Something that I don't go more than a month or 2 months without listening to an album. How I did it. I thought it was cool because for your kids out there, I put playlists because your little kids out there, you know, you like your playlists, you like your Spotify, you like your iTunes playlist. So that's why I called it playlist. But let's get into the BS. And one more thing, Jerry and Eddie, Chris Sinzak says that Tennessee is like the eighth worst state to drive in.
It is.
And
I'm surprised I think it's the first. That's absolute fucking worst, in my opinion.
And I go, I'll trade you 8 for number 2.
Yeah,
I'm in number 2.
I'll take California. I'll take California any day.
California's traffic, LA traffic's much worse than Nashville.
Oh,
traffic.
yes. It is.
Also,
Nashville traffic is fucking awful
traffic's
nowadays.
really bad too. So I don't know. Nashville's better than the last two places.
Oh, dude, Nashville's one of the worst in my opinion.
it's
Those fuckers come out of those roads without even fucking looking. Out of nowhere, these roads seem to appear from. It's
Have
just,
you driven in Tampa? People in
yeah,
Florida,
I've been to Tampa.
they drive like insane maniacs, and they're even like just all day long. Like Nashville, it's only bad like from like 4 to 6, really. Whereas Florida is like it's people are driving like nuts all the time. In LA, people just don't know how to drive.
I never drove in Florida, so I don't know that experience. But I hear Florida's pretty bad too.
Andy wants to say something about Houston.
Yeah, Houston traffic. Yesterday, my wife and I went out. We went to a place. There was a traffic jam at 1:30 in the morning. Trying to get home.
Wow.
Were they doing road work?
A little bit, but I mean,
Yeah,
people were just out.
Yeah,
There's always road work. It doesn't matter where you're at.
I'm just saying, take a drive on the 405, the 110, the 91, and in California, and get back to me.
I lived in San Francisco, man. Traffic was bad there too, but at least
you had the
was.
at least you had the BART there. The BART
That's true.
BART was
People in this fucking state don't know what a blinker is.
The Metrolink is fucking shit here. So
and by the way, let me rant for a second about fucking radio commercials and shit. 2 things they need to fucking take off a radio commercial: sirens.
Yes.
They need to not put sirens in fucking radios, and fucking horns honking. They should fucking ban those.
There's two of those on one song by Night Ranger. Eddie's coming out tonight.
The song's different than a commercial.
But I'm listening to that song and I'm looking, oh wait, that's on the song.
I mean, these fuckers here don't even pull over for ambulances or police cars, man.
Oh no, they don't do that here either. They just keep driving or they drive slow.
Cops don't even fucking do it.
All right, man. At least cops don't pull me over to give me loud music tickets anymore. They don't give a shit about that. Thank God, because when that law first went into effect, I got 4 of those tickets. They fucking sucked. And each ticket went higher because I was a previously offender of just blasting my 12-inch woofers. All right, let's get into the BS, man. We got let's see. We got to get into God damn it. My fucking notes are fucked up. Okay, Chuck Norris, man. Do I have to say anything about Chuck Norris? Who wants to take Chuck first?
I took a picture with Chuck Norris once.
Ooh,
That's pretty cool.
My wife and I, we used to do 5Ks all the time. And there's a small town here called Brendon. It's like maybe 30 miles west of us. And that's where Bluebell Ice Cream is. And they had the Chuck Norris a 5K. And he would give us all high fives as we finished. So that was pretty cool.
nice.
And I used to watch a lot of Chuck Norris movies back in the 80s. I loved Lone Wolf McQuade.
Lone Wolf
Mr.
McQuade,
Action. Yeah, they always wanted a blazer like
Delta
that.
Force, man.
Delta Force.
Yeah, Delta Force.
Dude.
Yeah, he was
He made some duds though. I mean, he did that one with that kid, that karate movie. What was that called? I can't remember at the moment.
I like that. I like that one.
What was that called?
Sidekicks.
Yeah, that
like
movie kind of
Sidekicks.
sucked. But
It was with that kid. It was with that Ladybug kid.
Yeah.
Hey,
Remember? I think he
what
died.
What movie company produced all his movies? Basically,
I don't know.
Canon. You don't
Cannon, who did the Bronson films too in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
Cannon.
fun.
Sponsored by fucking Total Gym, right?
Yeah.
The Cannon, yeah, there's a good documentary about Cannon films that came out like a couple years
And they
ago.
had that one blonde in there with the huge tits in a lot of those movies. I forgot what her name was, but I was just
I
like,
was, hey, was Canon like some kind of sports movie makers or something?
No, no,
oh,
I never knew they made
they
movies.
did like action films, like mainly
Action?
80s
yeah.
action.
I never knew
Sometimes they
that.
So,
did a few that weren't, but mainly action
mhm.
and like they did a lot of Bronson films and they did a lot of Chuck Norris films.
Okay.
It's like Trauma, B horror movies. These are the B action movies. They weren't the ones getting a lot of money,
Mm.
but they're the ones we watched.
They were very like when I was in junior high watching a lot, like going to the video store,
Yeah,
VHS. Canon was a lot of the films. Yeah, I watched a lot.
Okay,
Canon.
It
cool.
was like Dimension and Canon. They were like two in New Line. They were a lot
Yeah.
of films I watched.
Actually, you know what I heard when they say that Chuck Norris was in the hospital sick, but he said he was recovering. I
He
heard
was
stories
like
like
in
that.
good spirits. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, and then all of a sudden the next day, I think, right? Yeah, it was that quick.
Yeah,
He
next
said he
day.
was dead. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that fucking. I mean, it's sad losing these people because it's like losing a family member. He's been in my life since I was far as I can remember. You know what I mean? And
Oh
I
yeah.
heard the name. You hear Chuck Norris. You see Chuck Norris all the time in memes and everything. It's like such a fucking well-known popular icon, man. It's 86 is a good life, and he seemed
Man,
healthy all the way
86,
through it.
86, and the man was freaking training when
yeah,
he went
Exactly.
down and had
So,
yeah.
his
you know,
like his emergency.
what
And I got a theory on as to why he was in good spirits. They said he was recovering. Because Death is like talking to the other Death, going, I'm not gonna go fucking take that fucker. You take him. No, 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 it's your job. Okay, man, we're just gonna have rock, scissor, paper until
Yeah,
somebody
right.
finally agreed to go get him. They were scared of him,
Yeah.
man.
Well, he's on
Yeah.
a mission from God right now. He's out there he's taking care of Satan.
Yeah. But
That's what Weekly Wolverine said. So.
any cause of death yet? Been
Natural
given?
causes, I think.
Just natural causes? Wow.
Yeah,
Right now
man.
on Tubi, they got a whole section called a tribute to Chuck Norris. There's like 20 different movies on there.
Yeah, I posted that in our little chat
Oh,
group
did you?
about Tubi, and nobody answered about that. And I was going, oh, cool. But what does Chuck Norris mean to you guys? You guys are Chuck Norris
I
fans?
just pretty much said it.
I just said it.
Okay, cool. I just
I like
wanted
Chuck Norris. I wouldn't say there's definitely some like a handful of action guys I like even better. But I always respected Chuck Norris. He was always cool. He's just more cool. He's not obviously he wasn't much of
Yeah.
an actor, but he was a
Yeah.
cool guy and he just had that cool badass vibe. And I liked, when I was a teenager, I used to watch Texas Walker and I liked,
Uh,
both. But Invasion USA is a good film.
yeah, that's a
Other
good
stuff.
one. Yep.
And of course, his epic, probably the best Bruce Lee fight is between Bruce Lee and Chuck
yeah,
Yeah.
Fear
10
of the
Yeah.
Dragon.
in The Way of the Dragon. And I just actually rewatched that like about a year ago because I got that Bruce Lee box set. And man, just Chuck Norris, he was a badass guy. Like no wonder why he became a living meme.
Yeah.
And yeah, he lived a good life. He lived an awesome life. And there's not too much more to say, but yeah, Chuck
No.
Norris, fucking
And a
badass.
nice guy. We've always heard just great things about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he can kick your ass, but he was a nice guy about it.
And I'm not going to get into politics, but Variety was kind of like slighting him because his movies didn't age well because they're political in nature. I go, fuck you, Variety.
Especially
Try-
every action star, though. Come on, every macho action star is like right leaning. Just deal with it. It's just like how every female
Except
like
for Arnold.
this is gonna be left leaning.
They just had to like give him like the day after he died, they wrote that fucking shitty article. I go, what the fuck is this shit? You got to down the man after he died? Give it a month or two. It just pissed me off.
I hate the fact that they do that. They're guilty on both sides of doing that when somebody dies. Like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Captain Bone Spurs saying about that guy, I'm glad he's dead. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Don't say that about
I only get
anybody.
it, but we had the president of the United States talk dirty about a guy who died.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I mean. Fuck
Right,
him.
just because of his politics. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous nowadays.
You guys just left, right, independent, fucking green, or whatever. Go out and have a beer and fucking let the politics go.
I agree, man.
Just fucking
It
let
wasn't
go.
because of his party. It was because he investigated him. That's why he was that way with
Yeah,
him.
over a stupid dossier that was fake, and it was proven fake. But
It
that's
wasn't
done.
fake. But
Okay, Mark.
It wasn't.
It
fake,
was.
but-
It was fake.
It wasn't fake at all, dude.
All right.
No,
So
it
then we
wasn't.
get to
Let
a
me tell
guy.
you it is.
Then we get to a guy that I fucking love, but probably none of you guys like Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He just passed away yesterday. Nicholas
never-
Brendon.
Yeah.
I
Died at
Never watched the
54.
show.
Died at 54,
Never-
man. I got
never
all the
watched it.
seasons. I love it. I love Nicholas, man. I was in my 20s when this stuff came out. I like Buffy. I like Angel. I like David Boreas. I
It
love.
was a chick flick, I think.
No, it wasn't a chick flick,
It was
dude. It
a
was
chick
about.
flick.
It was about.
I know guys that like it. I never watched it. It
never
wasn't.
watched it.
But I have both male and female friends that like the show.
I just perceived it that way. That's
Hey
all.
man, I had to sit and watch every fucking season of
Same
Gilmore
way,
Girls,
yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
But the thing is, it wasn't a chick flick, dude. It was fucking violent as fuck. Fucking killing vampires, killing demons, fighting the devil, fucking sending your boyfriend to hell. It's fucking wasn't a hell month. You're living in a city that fucking is a conduit to fucking hell. It wasn't a fucking chick flick. If you saw the fucking movie,
All right, that's
the
my
original
opinion.
movie, the movie wasn't Josh Whedon's fucking thing. They fucking the movie company came in and made. We want it more lighthearted. He wanted it like the television series. And you
did
had
he do fucking what was that fucking space show with Nathan Fillion? Fuck, I can't think of the name of it. at the moment.
God dang it! That's supposed
Firefly and shit like
Firefly,
that. Did
yeah,
he
he
do
did
that?
Fire-
Did he do that as well?
No, he didn't do that.
Yeah,
You
I
did?
think
Whoa.
did?
Are we talking about that chick series, Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
It wasn't a chick series. dude.
Sorry.
there is
As
a-
you were. As you
It
were.
wasn't a
Couple
chick series. There was so much violence in that fucking. It wasn't fucking Twilight. Twilight's a
women
chick
can be
fucking
violent.
series.
Including me.
Isn't Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Mark? Isn't it like Charmed? That show Charmed?
Okay, Charmed was fucking a chick series. Okay, but this was not a chick series. They had fucking great shit in there, great acting.
Oh,
And-
so you're saying that if it's a chick series, they can't have great shit in it.
Just watch Charisma Carpenter, man. She's fucking hot. And that Cordelia. All right,
The
now
girl
let's
that
move
died,
on.
didn't a young girl die from that show recently? Like a year ago? or
Oh
so?
yeah,
The
Michelle
actress?
Trachtenberg. She died of
Yeah.
like she
Like
died
in
of
the
natural
30s, right?
causes. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
pretty. She was Buffy because what happened? The timeline kind of changed, and Buffy came back, and she had a sister. I never had a sister. Something went weird. It was fucking cool, man. It was like cool, man. But then
Take your word for it.
Nicholas, man, I loved you as Xander. Like, and you never got Buffy. I'm sorry, Angel took her from you. You know, he always wanted Buffy. He had the hots for her in the show.
Well,
he's
in all seriousness, it's not cool when anybody dies. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Condolences to the family.
But let's get to some happy news, man. William Shatner just turned 95.
Yeah,
Ready for that metal album coming out.
William Shatner outlived Chuck Norris. Think about that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like a
Wow.
Star Trek is forever.
I do like that.
Right
Dude,
behind me
he's
there.
still-
There he is, right
He still
behind me.
he still sounds good and look like he's got energy and stuff. So he knows he can.
He's doing a metal album like Pat Boone.
Yeah. Oh God, that was awful.
I
I
saw
wasn't a
Jesus.
big Star Trek fan. We all know that, but I did love T.J. Hooker though. When I
I
was
got
a
the
kid.
first season of TJ.
Adrian Zmed. Whatever happened to that dude?
He's old.
He was in
He just
TJ Hooker, wasn't he?
Bachelor party, man. That's what I remember.
That's
him
right.
for,
Yeah, he was in
Party.
that bachelor party. Absolutely.
That's a
Yeah.
good movie. Yeah.
And
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
remember, he was the lead in Grease too.
Oh,
Oh God.
Uh,
I
what?
don't know.
Oh,
on that
yeah.
one.
what? Oh, I just lost my memory.
But I like Grease too.
That's all.
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay, cool, Ryder.
Yeah.
It's funny. My girlfriend
That's what
said,
people call
"Let's
it.
watch Grease 2." We watch it and we get into almost like halfway through it. She goes, "Okay, I'm done." I go, "Why?" Because the rest of it sucks.
Oh, I like.
I mean, I had Michelle Pfeiffer in it. That's about it. You know.
Yeah.
She lost her memory of that movie too. By the way,
And
She-
Maxwell
she-
Caulfield was in there.
he was in Dynasty. Maxwell Caulfield.
He was in the Kobe's, not Dynasty.
Oh, the Kobe's, but it was an
Yeah.
offshoot of.
Look at
Dynasty.
Andy. He knows his fucking dynasty.
No shit. He knows his soaps, man, from the
Hey,
80s.
hey,
Hey, Kobe.
Hey, we had one TV when I was a kid, and my mom controlled it. That
But
was
hey,
it.
man, I do
Oh, yeah,
remember the
buddy.
Colbys. I do
My-
remember
my-
the Colbys being a TV show.
My
so
mom
I do
would make
remember
me
that.
watch
I never watched
Dynasty.
it.
would make me watch Dynasty and Dallas, I was okay with that. Those were great shows. But she would let me watch the Dukes of Hazzard and Chips and all the other shows that are
Oh
around
yeah,
it.
of
So that was
course.
cool. Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, I
and,
did too, but
and
also we
I
watched
miss
when
I miss those obscure 80s shows. You ever watch Automan? Remember that show? That deal was a
Yes.
hologram? No? How about the Phoenix?
what was
No?
that
Don't
guy
remember
used
those
to
shows?
what was that guy used to turn
Did you
into
have
an
like
animal?
Mexican TV
Manimal.
So I never
No,
heard
the Phoenix. It starred that guy. Remember, you ever see Star
Starfield.
Tattoo, the Wrath of Khan? Khan's like #1 guy. He was like the lead in that show.
Never heard of this. This is
But,
like
How about
no, wow.
how about
Okay.
Manimal? You guys ever
Automan with
heard of
Desi
Manimal?
Arnaz Jr. He made this
I remember.
hologram computer
Desi
guy. It was
Arnaz
fucking
Jr.
cool, dude.
I remember that.
Oh,
I
come on,
remember
man.
that.
You do remember it?
I
Thank
was
you.
more of a
I'm not
sitcom
nuts,
guy.
okay? I'm not a loon, okay? I did.
Did you
Telling
guys ever
yeah,
watch
thank you, Mooger.
Manimal? It was on for one season.
I
Animal.
watched Manimal too. Yeah.
I do. I remember Manual. That was great.
All right.
I
Well,
was a sitcom guy, so
all right. Happy birthday to William
Will
Shatner. Fucking
Yep.
I hope you live to fucking 200. I love you, man. And then let's see, Iron Maiden anniversary today of Number of the Beast. First album with
Cool. My
Bruce
favorite album
Dickinson,
by them.
man. What do you guys think about that? 1982, March 22nd.
Great album. My favorite with Bruce.
Yeah, mine too.
I would say my third favorite overall. Yeah, I do like the two Paul Di'Anno albums best, but I love early Maiden with Bruce Dickinson as well. And yeah, I even though I'm more of a Di'Anno guy, I can objectively see that Bruce took them to another level. Like I don't think they would have been as big with Paul Di'Anno, just because Bruce's theatrics, the way not even just
Yeah.
his voice, but the way he ran around on stage and stuff. Like Paul Di'Anno was more of that like punk new wave of British heavy metal kind of thing, and they needed someone a little more energetic and had a kind of a bigger stage presence to really take them over. So I definitely recognize that. And Bruce is just a really cool guy. He's a fucking Renaissance man. And so I and that album's great because it's like it has still the vibe though a bit of the Di'Anno era. So it's like the one
It
album
does. Yeah.
yeah, like some songs sound like Gangland and stuff like that sound like they could be Di'Anno songs. And so it's like a little bit of it's like a transitional album between the two different sounds. And I love it. It's great.
That
You know,
fucking album cover. Is that badass or what, man?
Oh,
it is
fuck
bad. People like the black one. I like the original Mistake one with the blue better because not only because that's what I grew up on, but to me that looks like the back of a denim jacket. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that album cover. It's great. Originally that was going to be the artwork for the Purgatory single, and they looked at it and they were like, "No, that's way too awesome for a single
Right.
cover. We're save it for the album. Save it for the
There's
album."
only one better. There's only one better, and that's Killers. Killers is the fucking best, man. That
I
is
agree. That is the best. That's
best
the-
album cover of all time, in my opinion.
it might be
It
the
really is.
heavy metal album cover of all time. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Definitely the coolest Eddie ever looked. But
Yeah,
Number of
definitely.
Beast is a close second. It's pretty.
Yeah,
I-
absolutely. That Live After Death. Those three, I think.
Holy
are
Diver's pretty
the
much
best.
up there too. That's a great album cover. Ideo.
So basically, anything demonic is fucking cool.
If it's like Panic, it's cool.
Especially the
Yeah.
story about they gave a real guy chains to get in the water and he almost drowned.
I didn't know that. They actually did that. The guy real.
They actually got a guy who was taking
never knew that.
photographs of the guy. Yeah, they
Yeah.
wrapped him up in chains
Never
and
knew
they
that.
put him in the water and he almost drowned.
Oh, fuck.
The artist was painting that. So but happy anniversary to Number of the Beast. Anybody say anything about Number of the Beast? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's my favorite Iron Maiden album, period. I think it's fantastic from beginning to end. The whole package, the whole thing, it was just perfect. And that came out when I was 8. And my neighbor who lived next door to me, he was a little bit older. He was like 11, and he was already having this. So when I would go over, we would listen to this album, and it freaked me out because the fake Vincent Price. We all thought it was really Vincent Price back then
Oh, yeah.
when we were kids. And
I think he was asked, if I remember right.
He was,
But
but
he
his-
was
it was
turned
too
down.
expensive.
Yeah.
He was too expensive.
They couldn't afford him.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay,
Yeah.
money. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
so
nice.
his manager or somebody said that he doesn't get out of bed for less than 10 grand or whatever it was. And yeah,
But
so they
excuse me,
probably
man.
had a little finance issue trying to get him on the record at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Patrick
that's
McGowan
my
was cool
favorite
with it. Patrick McGowan was cool with the prisoner. I mean, he didn't charge him anything for it. He just said, do it.
album. Mhm.
It's funny. Eddie got up, and you could see the Burt Reynolds fucking mono. It just
Very,
Nice.
focused
yeah,
in. It focused in on
beautiful.
that. That camera just went whoop. That's
Hooper.
cool.
God, there's a fucking movie I haven't seen in
Hooper.
a while.
That's some great shit there, man. I need to. Me and my girlfriend were talking about because Knott's Berry Farm was playing Eastbound and Down yesterday. We gotta go watch. We gotta go watch
Smoking the Bandit.
Smoking the
Yeah.
Bandit. Yeah, we'll probably watch that today. But let's get into the next story, man. Former Queensryche frontman Geoff Tate praises Todd La Torre. He really does sound good job of being me. What do you guys think about that?
He's
I
a good
agree.
singer, man. I
I think
mean,
that's a
Absolutely.
slight. I think that's a slight at Todd, though. A
No,
little,
no, no.
yeah.
Big
I
time.
don't think it is. I think, but when I hear like at least the first Todd Queensryche record, okay, well, you're really good at mimicking Geoff Tate, with all of his like mannerisms and his singing. But Todd has proven himself to be a one hell of a singer, man.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
Oh, yeah.
no question about it. Those Queensryche records are fucking solid as shit. And I think Todd does a great job. And he was on Eddie Trunk, I think it was Eddie Trunk, talking about how he had just showed up at a show. They were in Amsterdam, I think, together, both Queensryche and him. And so he just went to the show, bought a ticket, whatever, went in and was front row on that thing. So that'd been interesting.
Yeah, man. It's like I love, yeah, I agree with that. But Todd kind of made it his own. He gives his own vocals. It's different. And I couldn't hear Todd, no, I mean Geoff do that solo album that Todd did that I sent to Jerry and you guys.
Mhm.
If I can check that, that is like some death metal vocals he's doing on that shit. My God, that guy has so much range. More range than Geoff, if you guys want to believe that. But I love Todd. Me and Eddie saw them open up for Judas Priest with Vincent Kavanaugh. And I was looking at Eddie at one point and I go, I think he's using tapes. And then Todd did like a crack in his vocals. I go, he's not using tapes. So I was like, fuck yeah. Because Todd was sounding so perfect on stage. But I think Geoff was kind of giving a little like, you're good, but you're not me comment to him.
Oh, that's definitely was a backhanded
It
compliment.
was a
Oh, yeah.
backhanded
That
comment.
that was a dig. It was similar to like things Robert Plant said about David Coverdale when he was with Jimmy Page. Like he made little digs like that.
Mhm.
A
But
little bit bigger digs, I think,
yeah, maybe a little
than
bit
Geoff,
bigger.
but
A little, but still, the regardless. Listen, I mean, which would you rather listen to? You know, Queensryche with Todd, or I mean, God, those last like 4 or 5 albums of Geoff Tate were horrible in my opinion.
Yeah.
The band got better, you know, when they replaced him. You know, the music, got better. So that's
That entire band just went to shit.
he
Once
also
left,
wanted. He also,
once DeGarmo left, that band was never the
yeah.
same.
You also want to get
And
somebody that. I'm sorry, maybe I thought you're done. Go ahead.
no, I mean that like Q2K was fucking awful. That I mean,
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with the singing. It had to do with the music wasn't there. The songs failed to be there. Now, whose fault that was, I don't know. But all of those Geoff Tates, I thought he was singing fine, but the music fucking sucked. And when they got Todd in, I think they were like, okay, we need to get this shit back on track. And
But
I
the
think they
music
did.
the music went with Jeff's lyrics, though. They were following what Geoff was doing with his
oh yeah, he
lyrics.
pushed him.
Bullshit. Don't blame everything on Jeff. That's
I'm gonna
fucking
blame everything on
nonsense.
Geoff.
All I know is that they
Blame
started,
on a guy that's not there no more.
and then with the new singer, they weren't sucking as much anymore.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
So you
Well, I mean,
take out
sometimes you do shit like that. It can add a kick to your band, but at the same time, you want to get somebody that sounds like the classic singer, like Journey. All their singers sound like Steve Perry. I mean, look at the
Ripper for
band. I
Judas
think
Priest, yeah.
I think fucking who's the guy that replaced Janie Lane and Warrant? That guy sucks singing
Robert
Warrant
Mason?
songs. Yeah, I think he does a terrible job. And the worst of all was fucking who thought it was a good idea to put Paul Rogers in Queen? Who thought that was a good idea? I mean, you got to get somebody that sounds like the classic, songs. So
Yeah.
so when people bitch about that, I don't get why, because you know what I'm saying? Kind
Yeah.
of.
They should have just gave it a different name, even like if they wanted just to do like a different supergroup, the way that Bad Company was initially like a supergroup, like
Right.
just new name. But why
Mm.
call it Queen? That's yeah.
Well, they said it
We call it
Queen
Queen
with
plus
Paul
Paul
Rogers.
Rogers,
It was
right?
kind of
Yeah, but still,
separated. Yeah.
I mean, and now they want to get Paul Rogers to sing with Van Halen. What the fuck? Whose idea was that? I
Alex?
mean, I love Paul Rogers. I love Bad Company, but his voice just will not go good with Van Halen. In
Oh,
my
I
opinion.
agree.
I don't know.
Yeah. It does.
All right. Anybody else on Todd?
I'm not a fan of Queensryche.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we get to vinyl over 1 billion in sales, the first time since 1983.
Thank you, Taylor Swift.
It's not all her, dude.
Pretty much a good portion of that is.
It really is.
Lana Del Rey, Jerry.
Fucking. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta email you later, Edwin, about something.
And they're very expensive. That's why they pay $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, anybody that
part.
anybody that comes out with many albums that she has, Taylor Swift, and fucking sells this many in that short a period of time, fucking with it's amazing.
But it was
dude. Really
2025. She didn't really release anything in 2025. So.
She still sells every fucking year, man.
A lot of classic albums still, move the units.
Yeah, it's true.
People always buy Beatles records and AC/DC, Pink Floyd, Zeppelin.
That K-pop shit too sells a lot too. I mean, I don't know. I never ever listened to it, so I don't even know if it's good or not. So I do like pop music.
Good around. But, we need to stop thinking about around us. You also have to think around the world. K-pop can be huge.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, bigger around the world.
People ask me why you hate K-pop, and I go, New Kids on the Block.
What's that metal band that's pretty big? It's got those 3 Oriental women that people love.
Oh, Baby Metal. Oh God,
Baby Metal.
I hate that band. It sucks. I tried listening. I'm not a person who goes, I'm not going to listen to it. I go, let me try listening to this, and I go, no.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
No. TMG Takmosiota group had a newer album where it had them on there. I listened to it and I asked for a refund from Amazon and I sent the CD back. It was horrible. The whole album was bad. And it wasn't like the first album I had with Eric Martin and fucking Jack Blades. And I got nothing.
Excuse me, guys.
No, go away.
Oh, I want to do an early review of the new Cruise, that Black Crowes album, if I may. I got to tell you, man.
Hold on.
It's only half good, man.
Well, we're gonna get to that in an upcoming episode with Eddie. Yeah, I keep telling you guys, Eddie's going to be on that review.
That's true. It's only half good so far.
I'm gonna say I respectfully disagree with you about it being half good.
Oh, dude, I love the fucking Black Crowes, man.
I thought that the first time I listened to it, I was a little
okay.
These 3-4 listens,
but 3 or 4 listens. I think it's better than the last one. I think it's their best album.
Because when I heard it the first time, I go, "This isn't as good as."
I hope so.
Yeah,
because Happiness Bastards caught me like good. And when I listened to this, I was comparing it to Happiness Bastards, and I go, let's listen to it on its own. Oh shit, this is fucking classic Crowes. I fucking love
Happiness Bastards hit me, but immediately I was like, wow, this is their best album since Immortal. This one, I was like, I don't know if I like it as much as the last one, but now I like it even better. It grew.
All right, I will give it a few more, but I hope I do. I mean, I like most of it. I have at least more than half of it around that, but
the ballads started because at first I thought it was a little ballad heavy, but they're really good ballads. And
like that opening track, it annoyed me. I can't remember the name of it.
Really? That's like one of the best songs on it.
Really? I don't think so.
That's so Stones-y. It's such a great like early 70s Stones style song. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'll give it. I got a couple songs I got 2 songs on that on my show on Tuesday, so I'll play it until I like. I'll play it until I fucking like it. How about that?
Play it until you like it.
Pound it in me.
Yeah, pound it in. I tried that with Taylor Swift. It didn't work.
Doesn't always work.
It doesn't always work. But
hey, man, I was about to buy it, but then I went ahead and got Black Crowes with Jimmy Page instead, because I don't have that one yet. The Live at the Greek.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I got the box. I got the box set on the vinyl, and I got the CD of that one. I love it.
I've not opened the vinyl. I've not opened the box set vinyl yet. I'm keeping that.
And I got the original CD when it came out still. So I got all 3 CDs of it. Yeah. Fucking great shit.
Right. It's become one of my favorite live albums, period.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
And I forgot to say happy 75th birthday to Kurt Russell. We all love Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah, we do.
Big Kurt Russell.
Fuck yeah. Happy 75th anniversary and many more. Keep making some movies, man. Do you think they should
Hollywood? Do not make fucking any remakes of Escape from New York, man. If you do, I will fucking
Escape from LA. Escape from LA, they already did it. So yeah.
He's doing some show with Michelle Pfeiffer right now.
Yeah.
The Madison.
Yeah.
the
King
Madison.
Kong
Yeah.
Godzilla show too.
It
Whatever
looks
they
like a
Yeah.
chick flick.
yeah.
It does look like a chick
Oh,
flick.
what's the fucking show? The Best of Times with Robin Williams. That was a fucking
Oh, that
awesome
movie,
movie
yeah.
Oh
too, dude.
yeah, with Reno.
Love that fucking
Yeah,
movie. Yeah.
dude, that was so good. I watched Tango and Cash this
Yeah.
past week actually.
You know
Big
what?
Trouble in Little
I'm going to tell you
China.
guys,
Just loaded with
any
great
movie
fucking
that
movies.
Kurt has done with John Carpenter, listen to the commentary between those two.
I do. I love it. I just
Yeah.
love it. They're just such straight up guys. Very different from most Hollywood types. Kurt Russell and John Carpenter are just so straight up and cool and unpretentious. I love both those guys, and I love all the films they did together. Also, that first film they ever did together was actually Elvis. A lot
Yeah,
of people
What
don't
was
know
it?
Elvis.
that was the first thing. John Carpenter did an Elvis biopic.
Yeah,
I
his son
remember
is making
that.
a name for himself now. His son is starting to get up there a little bit, right? His
Yeah,
star
he's
is
in the
rising a
Marvel
little bit.
movies, man. It's
Yeah.
fake Captain America. Pretty
What was that?
He was pretty good in it,
Name
actually. He was
Goldie
pretty
Hawn?
good
I
in it,
forgot
actually.
the name
He
of it.
was. He was also in this show that I like where he's playing kind of a hippie surfer. He's pretty cool. And it
I
got
think of
canceled.
Captain Ron. Is that what you're thinking? No, that's not Captain Ron. That's a different movie.
Captain Ron, he was in, but there was one that he
Yeah.
made
No,
with
it wasn't Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn, his wife, which I really liked. I forgot the name.
Overboard.
Overboard.
Overboard. They did a
Great.
remake
I
of
love
that too
Overboard, too.
recently.
That's
Yeah.
But that
great.
remake was terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
All right, man. And let's move on to everybody we love except me. Paul Stanley teases Kiss Avatar show is real as I am.
Thanks for the warning, Paul.
But,
Yeah,
it's got
whatever.
some self-deprecating humor. Nothing wrong with that. I'll give him credit for that.
Mooger, are you going to go see the Kiss Avatar show?
Take my money.
Take my
Absolutely.
money.
If it's free,
It's
I'd
okay.
go, but I ain't giving it a fucking. I
You
don't
guys
Take
know
my
you
money.
can't
I will
fucking
be
go. Come
Uh,
on, Kiss
I
nerds.
ain't going. I wouldn't even go see Kiss in their
I have
way.
no desire.
Why would
I
I
have
see
no
the
desire to see
cartoon
that.
version?
No.
Not interested. Hard no for me.
All right, and then we got March 18th, 1982. Randy Rhoads played his last show with Ozzy Osbourne, and 24 hours later, he died at the age of 25.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
Like, and don't play with airplanes, man. It's like, God
Rock and
damn.
roll, man.
Rock and He didn't
Rock
even
and
want to
roll.
get in an airplane, but he said, fuck it.
Weird. It's interesting because over the years, Ozzy has made little implications that there was like more to it that people weren't telling him and stuff. And I don't know, it did seem like a strange scenario. I'm not saying there's some conspiracy, but it's one of those things where I don't think we'll ever know 100% of the details because it involves like cocaine maybe and just people not really knowing what was going on. But yeah, just a very sad thing. I feel like he was gonna leave Ozzy Osbourne anyway. I feel like he was gonna
No,
wrap.
that was a fact. Not
Yeah.
you don't have to think that.
Oh,
He was.
so that's a fact. So yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever he was going to do, I don't know. I feel like he would have moved into more like classical instrumental kind of stuff.
Teaching.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he was so into it. From what I've read, he wasn't so into heavy metal, and so he might, regardless, that might have been just his moment, But that would have been enough because those, two albums he did with Ozzy are revolutionary, and so it's probably after Eddie Van Halen, probably some of the most innovative guitar work for
Yeah, I agree.
the 80s, definitely.
All that great guitar work we could have been hearing, man. Whether it be
Yeah.
classical or whatever, man, would have been
Yeah, I feel
awesome.
like in a lot of ways, like
Yeah.
George Lynch and then Dimebag, there's like other people that kind of took off from where he left off.
Warren
Like,
D. Martini.
yeah, he's one too. Yeah,
Mhm.
they picked up, where he would
I
have
would.
he continued or not. He might have went in a totally different direction. Like I said, he might start being more of a classical musician. Like, so who knows?
I
I
saw
don't know.
Tracy Guns on Threads, and he said, I'm in a total Warren D. Martini rabbit hole. What a guitar god. Tracy Guns was like slobbering over Warren yesterday. And I was like, fucking hey, I love that. Like, and Warren needs a lot. I think he's the forgotten 80s guitar player, to tell the truth. Nobody remembers him. They remember George, they remember Eddie, they remember Randy, but they don't remember Warren, which is sad to me
Well,
because
because Warren doesn't do much. George does, more than Warren, and
Yeah, rap was they were always a little more song focused, which is
yeah.
part of
yeah.
why they were very popular, initially. But also they weren't as they didn't make such a show about it like Dokken would, like with George Lynch,
Yeah.
like that.
And then
Wasn't Robin supposed to be the lead guitarist?
no, I'm listening to Stephen Piercy's book. Robin always was the rhythm. He was always the bones. And they went and got, because they lost Jakey Lee, and Steven goes, fuck, we just lost the best guitarist we ever had. And Robin goes, no, we'll find someone else. We'll find someone else. And they said, let's just go steal these guitar players from other bands. And they fucking saw Ward, and he said, hey, Ward, come to our band. You know?
What was he, like 12 when he joined the band?
Right,
He was young.
paid off early in the early days a little bit more before
Yeah.
it really centered on Warren as the.
And they stole Juan Crucier from Dokken.
They did.
and they went and
I
got
got a
him
question
too.
for you guys. I got a question for you guys. That Rat EP, the first one before Out of the Cellar, is that the same five guys that appeared on Out of the Cellar? You know what I'm saying? Because they did a different thing at Back for More, or there's different.
Yeah,
you know,
it is, because they got that band going. You know, they got that
because
band.
they sound different. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know. I
Well,
listened
they
to them
got
the other day
produced.
back
They
to
got
back.
produced by Bo Hill after that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so
That
it
could
was
be
a
it,
different
too.
production. But man, I'm listening to that book. It's pretty good. I wish Steven would have narrated. I love it when the audiobooks are narrated by the artists, like Eddie Lee did his.
I don't know if I could hear Steve Piercy talking for 4
Yeah.
hours.
It's a great book, man. I'm listening
There you
to it
go.
right now.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it is. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got that one? Oh, I used to have that. Somebody stole it from me.
I got it in the best place too. I got it in a record store in Hollywood.
Nice.
Oh
That's
man.
so good.
I have that. I have that somewhere. It's
Yeah.
in my collection.
The
I
back
had
cover
it.
anyway is the out of cellar lineup. You know, that's
Yeah.
not always necessarily the case, but that's who they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it too?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you guys. I
You
love
know
you
what?
guys.
I might have that as well. I got some of you. I have to look at my Rat. I think I
Fuck.
might have that too, actually.
And I don't even
I
like rap.
found mine in like a
Oh, I love-
used
I
record
love-
shop.
I love
I'm gonna go on
Fooger.
eBay and look for that today. Fucking
Ooh.
shit. I need that. I used to have that.
Yeah,
I bought that.
you live in LA. I mean, well, you don't live in LA, but you live, you know.
I bought that for $1, Moby Disc Records in Pasadena back in the
I
day.
can't believe that you didn't see a few copies laying around like the streets when you were working at the In-N-Out Burger. That was like all over LA.
I had it with In-N-Out Burger, but I got my record collection got stolen in 1989 at my house. My whole house got fucking ripped off, dude.
Okay.
I had that and all my Oingo Boingo. But let's move on here.
They didn't leave those behind.
Fuck that shit.
It's probably
Hey,
returned.
Hey, Eddie,
Sorry.
you're
Like they
the,
clean out the whole house and leave the Oingo Boingo on the floor.
they didn't. I wish they would have. But then we
Hey,
get
Danny
to
Elfman's awesome with movies. I'll give him that much.
then we get Eddie movie news, man. Val Kilmer resurrected by AI to star as a deep in a movie. He didn't shoot a single scene, but that director Voorhees was able to use him and got the family's consent to use him in a movie that he was signed up to do in 2020, but he got sick and he couldn't do it, and now they're bringing him in as a deep AI. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think people would think I'd be like really against it. Like I'm not as 100% across the board anti-AI as some people are. And this is a scenario where Val Kilmer, was probably passionate about this project. It was about like I don't know, so it had something to do with Native Americans in New
Yeah.
Mexico, which he was always into that stuff, probably because he played Jim Morrison, but he lived in
Thunderheart too. Thunderheart was
yeah,
a great movie.
he was very into that stuff. So it's probably something he was generally passionate about. And you think about like things like they use Carrie Fisher's image to make like Princess Leia and stuff like that,
Mhm.
like in the Star Wars movies. And and whereas this is something he was actually passionate about, he would have made the movie if he lived. And if his family signs off with it, I mean, it might look like weird. It might not be, I don't think they're 100% there yet with the AI, but in theory, there's probably worse ways to use it, in my opinion, than this scenario is only because it does sound like, Val Kilmer, he was an actor. He probably might like the idea that his image and his persona is carrying on to help create art that he was, championing. So that's my kind of take on it. I mean, I don't know all the details, but for the little bit I gathered, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's not like a movie I'm going to watch anyway, but I don't have it doesn't bother me in theory.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It is weird and cool at the same time. Like, you ever watch those things on YouTube where it's got like the actor when they were younger, and then the older version of them, or today's version, or when they
Well,
when they died, they have
Michael,
wings on them. You ever see
yeah,
those?
yeah.
I haven't,
They're
but
fucking
I've
weird.
seen a lot of the AI stuff though.
But it's
Mhm.
cool as long as the family and stuff and the actors are getting money for it. I don't have a problem with the AI at all. So,
Well, James
yeah.
Earl Jones signed off on his voice to Disney before he died. So,
So
did you
I,
charge
I'd
for
like
as long
that?
as
to
it got
be
the approval,
AI
sure.
me doing YouTube videos after I die. So I'd like to. I have a big ego. I'd like to. I'd like to think Edwin Cannistraci was still doing it after me.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But I think it's cool. Val Kilmer was one of my favorite actors. I loved everything, basically everything he did. There wasn't really a bad movie by him. People would disagree with me.
Yeah.
I
He
Yeah,
did
he
some good
made some
movies, but he
duds.
definitely did
He
some
made
bad
some
movies,
duds.
in my opinion.
maybe I haven't
I
seen those bad
rewatched
ones.
Batman Forever. He was horrible
Oh
Bat.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, I
Uh,
like Batman Forever though.
He was an awful Batman. He didn't
I
even read the script, I think, before he
He
took that
hated
role, if I
making that
remember
movie,
right.
could
by the
tell he
way.
was not into it. That's the
He
thing.
hated making it because they
He had
didn't see his face. He hated it.
even during the Bruce Wayne scenes, you could see he's just really just it's a paycheck. He's not into
Yeah.
it. That's the thing. He was always kind of uncomfortable being a leading man. You could tell it wasn't really his personality. So that's one of the reasons why I
Yeah,
think
one of his best roles was Heat.
yeah, I just rewatched that last month. That
Yeah.
movie really stands up. Yeah, he's great in Heat. That's actually I would say that and Jim Morrison. Those are probably my two favorite
Yeah.
of his. But yeah, he's great in Heat. Actually, him and Ashley Judd are my favorite characters in the movie. I really like that subplot with them. And he's what else did he do? Well, of course, Top Gun. He's great. That's an iconic role.
Yeah.
And Top Secret was fun.
Oh, I love Top Secret. You gotta straighten the rug. You gotta give it a shove.
Real Genius. When I was a kid, I loved Real
I
Genius.
got Real Genius on 4K. I love that movie.
Willow and all that shit. When I
Yeah.
was a kid, yeah, I was a big Val Kilmer fan. But I don't know. After the '90s, I wasn't so into like The Saint and all that kind of shit. I thought it was a little bland. I wasn't so into his stuff like post The Doors and post Heat. I'm not really into the Kilmer stuff. But no disrespect to him.
All right. What do you guys think about Don Dawkins says Vince Steele wasn't properly punished for the death of Hannah Rock
Ouch!
Strummer?
I didn't know he said that. Whoa.
No, he
Oh yeah,
just
well, we talked about this last week on the BS sessions. He
I don't
wasn't.
think
He
He
didn't.
wasn't punished correctly. He
No,
did a
no,
stupid
no.
little
But
commercial on MTV about drunk driving.
they said on the was it Theater of Pain, don't drink and drive and kill people, kids. They said something like that.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
he wasn't genuine about that
It's
because he
true.
keeps
Listen,
drinking.
I don't disagree with him in terms of the stating the facts. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
facts.
that's true.
But God knows a lot of people and more powerful people than Vince Neil have done horrible things and got away with it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Uh,
And it wasn't like he did it intentionally. It was manslaughter, but he definitely did not get the
Yeah.
full punishment of what manslaughter through via drinking and driving should have been. But that being said, though, Vince Neil, like he lost a child a couple of years later. He went through a lot of shit. The guy, and I've seen interviews with him and stuff like that. I think it all took his toll. I think like, like I think the guy's been through some shit and more so than Don Dawkins ever been through. And I just think I don't think you should weigh in on it. He should have been like, no comment. Like, that's just like, you're all from like the same metal scene from the 80s. Just like, I don't know. I don't, even though, yeah, technically it's true, but this is just typical sour face fucking Don Dawkins stuff where he's just,
yeah, but what if Don Dawkins gone through worse things we just don't know?
I, I,
We don't know that.
I don't know. I know Vince
Yeah,
Neil went through
yeah,
some.
we don't.
I know Vince Neil lost a child. I know Don Dokken never did. I
Right.
just think Don Dokken. I just don't think you should really weigh in and say that kind of stuff about people.
Yeah, it's purpose. It's not constructive at all. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's
And I
yeah.
see what you're saying, Edwin, but it is true. He should have been punished more, but who's
I,
Don Dawkins to say that?
I mean just to the press. I'm not saying that Don Dokken, like in a living room with his friends, can't say that.
Right.
Of course he
Yeah.
can. I'm just saying when you're talking to the press, like that's another fellow musician and professional in your scene,
It's true.
and I think you shouldn't weigh in on things like that. That's my opinion.
Yeah. It's kind of mudslinging,
Yeah, that's how I feel. And it could look, I mean, I'm not saying this is the case, but it could look like, Sour Grapes because his band's bigger than, Don's band, even though Don's band was vastly superior. But
Better.
still,
Yeah, exactly. I think
but
any band is vastly superior than Motley
but Motley
Crue.
Crue made better videos and they had better looking guys in it and they had really catchy singles. So yeah, so they
They
totally flipped stocking. Yeah.
What about
and
you,
they had
Mooger?
MTV behind them more.
What do you
Yeah.
think about that comment that Don made?
Oh, I think Vince pays for it every single day of his life. Every day he wakes up. How is that not on your mind or on your soul or on your shoulders? He'll pay for it the rest of his life. So, what people want to think about, should he have done more prison time? Should he, whatever, man. He still has to wake up every single day and live with the fact that he killed somebody because of his negligence and seriously injured two other people and for life. So he has to live with that. So I'm not one to say if he should have been punished or not, or harder or whatever, but the man's been through a lot. And Dokken, man, he's a cantankerous old get off my lawn kind of
Yep.
has been rock star. I mean, he is. He does amazing things, and I love his band, but shut up.
Yep.
All right, and then I got two more stories here. We got the Black Crowes have been nominated and Iron Maiden for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the second straight year. Should they get in?
I
New
hope.
edition's gonna get a new edition's getting
Well,
in, man.
Yeah, I take the Ralph Vieira line on this one. I don't want any artist that I like getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When it does, I'm like, oh, too bad they got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Yeah.
because that thing's been a sham. In my opinion, people act like it's only been a sham for like the past 10 years or whatever. As soon as they got past the first wave of guys like Chuck Berry, Elvis, like Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, Buddy Holly, after they got done with rock and roll, like rock and roll,
Right.
it should have ended. Maybe, I'll even go as far as maybe early Beatles and Stones. But once it starts getting into like hard rock and metal and all these other things, that's not really, I mean, yeah, it could spring off of rock and roll. But then they start bringing in different artists entirely, R&B artists, pop artists. They've always been snobbish towards heavy metal. It's got nothing to do with the real rock community at all. And it's just this thing that every year comes up. It's clickbaity. People argue about
Yeah.
this stuff. It's weird because it's like the only people that are interested in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are the type of people that are always disrespected by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, you think people that are into pop and R&B even give a fuck or even know what it is? No. So I don't know. It's just like, why do people care? Why do you care if your bands get in
I
to
just like watching the show if my bands are playing. That's about it.
That's the only good thing about it, in my opinion. You may get to see a band get back together to do a few songs, but other than
Hey,
that, I don't
seeing Geddy
like it at
Lee
all either.
play bass with Yes was amazing. I love
That
that.
was pretty cool.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
that was
cool.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well,
I mean, the last best show I saw, I think I loved seeing Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart perform together. That was fucking cool.
I love seeing Duran Duran up there. That was awesome too, to me.
Yeah, I mean,
my
there's been
wife
some
is
cool
thrilled
performers.
about New Edition. Might get it.
I like
Like
New
Heart,
Edition.
the fucking original Heart were performed together.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
good.
awesome too. I mean, yeah,
But
cool
Credence
stuff.
didn't perform. It was just John Fogerty
Oh,
because the other Guthrie were in the
that's such
audience.
a bitter, but
that
that
won't happen.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
never.
that would never have happened even if when
Oh,
John Fogerty dies, they'll never perform
that
together
is
in
the
heaven.
most
So
hate I've ever seen in a band
Yeah,
in my
and they're
life.
brothers. That's the thing. That's part of it. But yeah, that's some real bad blood between them.
last thing Tom said before he died, I think he flipped his brother off or something. Oh, he just said something bad about his brother. It's like, damn, dude, make peace before you die, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh God! But what do you think about that? Black Crowes, Iron Maiden in the Hall of Fame, Mooger?
Oh man, it's awesome. It's always good to get the discussion going. Who doesn't belong there? Who belongs there? Who fucking cares? I don't.
Exactly.
Maiden don't give
And
a
when we talk,
shit.
it's
By
like
the
we
way,
talk
they
about
already said they wouldn't
it's like when
go.
it's like when the Grammys come up. We always fucking bitch about the Grammys. We know what we're gonna get from the fucking Grammys, but yet we still bitch
Hey,
about it every
hey,
year.
I hate the Sex
Right.
Pistols, but I thought fucking John Lydon was awesome not showing up.
Oh yeah, and he
Yeah.
had a great speech that they read too.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. That was probably the best thing that ever happened in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Was when
And
they
Axl Rose didn't show up either. So there you go. But then last thing, Andy brought this to me. New U2 album by the end at the end of the year. I'm excited. I like that EP they released. I thought it was pretty
oh,
cool.
that EP is horrible. Horrible. I tried listening to it, Mark. It was like the worst. It was the worst thing they've done yet. It was horrible.
Uh,
It was
Even
like,
worse than that, even that worse than that thing they put on iTunes for us.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
bad.
That looks
Wow.
like fucking the Unforgettable Fire compared to this. It's
Oh man. I
it's
love the
horrible.
Unforgettable
The
Fire.
EP is so horrible. It doesn't even
Oh
sound like
wow.
YouTube. I mean, it kind of sounds a little like Bono, but
A
um
little like
the past is prime. But the band just sounds like any generic like modern rock band. Like it just
Wow, really? Oh,
yeah.
because I haven't heard the EP yet. I just sent the message to Mark to let him know a new album is out.
There's this thing too that I don't know. U2's doing this thing when the older bands sometimes try to do where they're kind of rewriting writing history a little bit, like that they're kind of like punk. You know, I mean, I know that the first album, the first two albums, they're post-punk, but that was the starting point. The starting point was post-punk, never punk. You know, and now they're
Right.
kind of, I know, having this attitude like they were like the Clash or something. I don't know. I don't.
I think they're better than the Clash. I like three songs with the
They
Clash.
were
That's about
different than the Clash. They were
I
different.
it.
don't think U2 ever did an album as good as London Calling, in my opinion. But
Uh,
but that's up to debate. But I get, you know, what I'm just saying is I never saw U2 as a kind of aggressive punk band. Like, you know, they had a punk side, a post-punk side, but I never really saw them that way. And that's kind of like they're getting into this more minimalistic uber kind of like punk thing, which is just, yeah, I think they're better when they're more atmospheric and experimental.
Yeah, because they said last year that they were gonna turn up the guitars and stuff. So I
Yeah.
guess that is what this is.
Yeah, and it's just like, no,
When
you
they
know
don't
what?
need
Turn
to.
down the guitars, Edge. You're not using
Right.
Turn it back down.
it. Yeah, get some echo back on your fucking guitar. You need it.
all right, that's our BS. Jerry, take us into the episode, man.
All right, we're going to be doing top 11 albums, playlists, whatever the hell you want to call it, that never leave our playlist. So we're going to do three at a time. We do 3-3-2-1 or 3-3-1-1 is how we do it now here on the BS session. So Edwin, let's start out with your first three, man.
Okay, one thing at the end, will we do honorable mentions? Because this was
Yes.
a horrible list, and there are so many albums I
Yeah. I
bad.
got honorable mentions on this also.
I
So,
got. I'll go through them really fast at the end, but
okay.
I felt really bad because I made a list, and my list was
Uh,
like 40 albums.
exactly.
And then I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, I gotta pick only 11 out of these four, and these 40 were like the top albums. Plus, when I was done, if I was being really honest, almost everything's just rock, and I have more eclectic taste in music than that. But in terms of the top 11, it's pretty much, with the exception of one album, it's all rock. So, whereas honorable mentions, I'll get to explore a few other kinds of music I like. But anyway, the way I interpreted it, because I don't really I make playlists, but my playlist, if I do make a playlist, it's like a theme. Like it's not all an album, obviously. It's a song here or there. So I didn't really get that. And I don't put my albums on my phone anymore. I pretty much just listen to them vinyl or my iTunes, digital library, which is pretty big. So that's when I listen to it. So the way I thought about it was simply, what are the albums that I always listen to every year? Like just always listen to at least once or twice a year, and are essentially my favorite albums over the years. Like they've stayed my favorite albums. And some, I like even better, some have grown, my estimation of them has risen over the years. So anyway, so that was my interpretation. So keeping that in mind. Okay, so number 11, which is fitting because the 11th thing I always thought was, isn't that like a Cheap Trick homage that you go, all right,
Oh
my
shit,
11th
Cheap Trick.
is Cheap Trick with Cheap Trick, their first album, the
Nice.
self-titled 77 album. I love this album. You've probably heard me talk about it on various vidcast and what have you. But yeah, I love this album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. It's such an innovative album too, man. That's like proto alt rock in my opinion in 1977.
Yeah.
Head of the game and that production, Douglas. This the best Cheap Trick ever sounded in my opinion. Just really meaty and heavy and but yet so catchy. It's such a great album. I love it. Number 10, Sonic Youth, Sister, always been my favorite Sonic Youth album. this probably be too raw and a little too artsy for a lot of you guys, but I love it. It's when they really start to rock more and their songs really start to solidify. And most people probably go with Daydream Nation, which is my second favorite, but to me, Sisters just got a little more bite to it, and I think the songs just rock a little harder, but also it has a lot of atmosphere and mood, and I love it. It's an album I just listen. I never go a year. Well, any of these albums, I don't go a year without listening to, which is why they made the list. And number nine is my favorite Motorhead album. Always has been my favorite Motorhead album, Overkill.
Good
Masterpiece,
one.
one of the greatest albums of all time.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
I never go at least, maybe 4 or 5 months without listening to Overkill. I listen to a lot of Motorhead albums, and I love many of them, but Overkill will always be my favorite. And amazing production, amazing set of songs, and really the album that really Motorhead really became Motorhead. And to some degree, every Motorhead album afterwards has kind of followed this pattern with a few, curveballs here and there. But this album is a masterpiece, one of the best fucking rock records of all time. So there you go. There's 11, 10, and 9.
Awesome. All right, Mooger, go ahead, dude.
I'm screwed, man. This list is like so huge and keeps growing. So I was given like 11 albums that never leave your top 11. Well, I can't do albums. It's impossible. So when I'm thinking of this as a playlist, I'm thinking of the bands. So like any any album from this band can be in my playlist. And like I love like a band, but I'm on the playlist, I'm gonna pick two from this, two from that, two from that, and kind of give myself a little
Okay.
mix of the band. So I
Fair
didn't
enough.
follow the exact rules, but this almost is a no any order, just have to put them. So Dokken at number 11. I always got some some of the classic shit from Breaking the Chains up through the live album after Back for the Attack. What, Beast from the East?
East.
Yeah, so that fantastic, man. I will put any of that on there any day, but if I'm going to pick an album from Dokken, I'm going to go, let's go for Back for the Attack. It's an outstanding record. Got a lot of good tunes on it. That is one of my favorite Dokkens.
That's awesome. I got
What
that.
is it with you guys? We could talk about any album. You guys have it right there. You just whip it out.
Hey, that
right
just
away.
happened.
All mine are in the other
And
damn
these
room.
pieces is especially cool to have on vinyl.
I only have this album next to me, so somebody talk about this one, please.
I got that Beast of the East for Christmas when I was 11 years old, and I still have that same copy.
Yeah, dude.
That's a great album.
Yeah. And Walk Away is one of my favorite
everywhere I
Dokken
moved
songs
with me.
ever.
It's amazing. That's my favorite definitely best live album from the late 80s. Not really a great time for live albums, so.
No, it wasn't.
But yeah, but
It is
that
really
era
good.
too.
All right. So my number 10 is going to be Journey. Love putting Journey on a set list.
Absolutely.
And I'm just going to go with their greatest hits.
Sure.
The earlier one,
Yeah, that red one with a
yes, exactly.
ladybug or whatever the hell that thing is.
And you could I love
Egyptian
throwing that
scarab.
on and putting that into a set list all day long. Always going to have some Journey. And I'm kind of thinking of what like my road trip set list is going to be a little bit. But my number 9, Van Halen, man, you cannot go wrong. And I will take any era of Van Halen. But if I'm going to go a Van Halen on the one Van Halen I go back to more than any other Van Halen is Van Halen 1. It's just got all of the
The
classics.
perfect album. Yeah, not a
man.
bad tune on it.
So yeah, man, we'll go 11 Dokken, 10 Journey, 9 Van Halen. Those are always in my set list.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, Andy, you're next, man.
All right, right now I'm working on a playlist and I'll share it with y'all. But I'm letting you know I'm not finished with it yet, and it's already 8 hours long. But I'll share it with you. The way that I did my list, I did not pick my favorite albums, but I picked albums that I stream a lot. The stuff that I stream is stuff that I don't own. A lot of stuff that I stream, it's specialty stuff. So I will share those with you because those are the ones that I listen to most of the time. Case in point, Bob Dylan's 30th anniversary concert, which was fantastic. It's a double album. It's got John Mellencamp, Tom Petty. Oh well, all the regulars. Roger McGowan, Neil Young, George Harrison. They're all on this record. It's fantastic. So that's Bob Dylan's 30th anniversary, and they do all Dylan songs. Their interpretation with Dylan on stage with them as well. So that's always fun to listen to. Number 10, I'm going to go with Greg Giraldo, Good Day to Cross the River, which Greg Giraldo is a stand-up comedian. I really like to hear his stuff. He passed away, unfortunately, a few years ago. He took his own life. But
He was a guy that was always on those roast shows, right? For
yeah.
a while, the Comedy
Yeah.
Central roast. And then
He was
who's the other
also,
guy?
the other guy is Jeff Ross.
Yeah,
Ross.
Jeff Ross is
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
But Greg Giraldo was one of them. Also, fun fact about Giraldo, he passed the bar in Harvard with glowing colors, and he
Oh.
became a lawyer, and he hated it, and he became a stand-up comedian. That's
Yeah.
just a fun fact. And number 9, that's one I do have, and I do listen to it quite a lot. It's going to be Eric Clapton's Unplugged. There's a lot of things that I listen to on the way home from work, or I get into this mood where I find these specific songs that I need to listen to on the way home. So one of them is off of the Eric Clapton Unplugged. So that's my
Good one.
11, 10, 9. That was Bob Dylan's 30th anniversary, Greg Giraldo, Good Day to Cross the River, and Eric Clapton's Unplugged.
Awesome. All right, Mark.
I'm going to start with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Pack at the Plantation live. This never leaves my. I could have picked live at the Fillmore in '97, but that's a big, huge box set. But this is like a single album, double vinyl. This is one of the greatest live albums. It even has Stevie Nicks coming on here and singing Insider with him. Really
Love
cool
that
live
song.
album. I
What a
fucking
fucking
love
great
it.
song.
The live versions of the Southern accent songs kill the studio version on this because they are faster. They aren't fucking drudgy. I love Southern accents.
I like Dave Stewart's touch to that album.
Yeah,
man.
that album was like really sludgy. And it's one of it. I pick it as the worst Tom Petty album, but it's still good. But
Okay.
I love this album. I love the live versions of Southern accents on here, and it's fucking really good. So that's my number 11. And then people are gonna be tripping out on this, but I love David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile. I listen to that.
That's a good album.
I listen
Why
to
would people cheap out on that?
I listen to that album all the time. I fucking love that album. It's so fucking good. It is the sequel to 1984 to me. It's like this is
I
what
think
we
it's
would.
better than 1984.
I think it's better than 1984. Also,
I love that Eat 'Em and Smile. I wouldn't put it above all the Van Halen albums prior to 84, but I think it edges out 84.
Oh,
I love that fucking album. That's the one David Lee Roth album I go back to solo. The rest of them are like iffy. It's like
Little Ain't Enough is pretty
Little
good.
Ain't Enough is good, but it's not Eat 'Em and Smile.
Eat 'Em and Smile is on another level. I agree. It's easily his best solo
Yeah,
album.
man. I just love Ladies Night in Buffalo. God, I love that fucking
Oh,
song.
Ladies Night Buffalo.
Oh, it's just so sexy. I just love that song. That
The
fucking,
whole album is amazing. I love it.
fucking great album. And then I'm gonna go to some Van Halen, because I got some Daily Roth. So I'm gonna go to the Fuck album. I love the Fuck album. Judgment Day is I think my all-time Van Halen song. Besides Hear About It Later, Eddie. That's my second. It's right there. They're back in bed.
That's a little fucked up that you're comparing. I mean, and I'm not even a hater of that album like some people we know, but to compare it to a Fair Warning song and Hear About It Later, oh my God. Well, whatever.
Well, Fair Warning's my favorite Van Halen album,
But
but
you
fuck
just said you like Judgment Day.
I like Judgment Day better than Hearing About.
Oh my
I just
God.
love that song. It's just got such a fucking.
Oh,
Eddie's like doing some shit on that song that I never heard him do. That's
it's
why.
your show, Mark. I don't want to be disrespectful.
But I go for Unlawful Carnage. That's my 11, 10, and 9.
All right.
Ian Wadley, I love you if you're watching.
He's not watching.
He does watch because he says things that I've said on shows that he repeats on his show, and I go, he's watching.
Might have
But
spies that tell
he
him.
might have spies, maybe.
That is very, and yeah, that is very believable. Actually,
Yeah.
definitely has spies.
I love him though.
Um,
He rules.
yeah, he's a cool dude. That's good. I had to meet him that one year in Rocket Pod.
Oh
Cool
yeah,
dude.
that's the 3 year anniversary of that right now when
Yeah.
we saw each other.
I didn't hear anything this year, so I guess it's a no for this year,
It's
obviously.
probably going to be the year after. I don't know, but I'm going to try to get my ass there.
Bring your whole self. That's not your ass, please. I don't
Well,
want to
I
fucking
actually
see
live in
your
Nashville
ass.
now, so they should get
Yeah,
on because
yeah.
there's no way I'm not going this time.
True.
Well,
You have
Jerry
an
skipped it
excuse.
and he's been there.
Well, two times that besides the time that we went, Mark, the two times like before that and afterwards, I was on vacation with the family that week, so couldn't.
All right.
But anyway, my number 11 is a band that I've discovered actually recently, but I've probably heard this album more than a lot of albums that I've had since the 80s. I love this fucking album so much. I love this band so much. And I discovered them by accident. You know how you listen to an album on iTunes, and then when that album ends, it'll play stuff related to that band, you know?
Yeah.
You know
Mhm.
what I'm talking
Spotify
about?
Yeah.
too.
That's how I discovered this band. They're a band called Florence Black, and their album's called Bed of Nails. Man,
Great album.
dude, I fucking love that album. What a killer band. They're coming out with a new album this year, too, by the way. I'm just loaded with great rock and roll. It's got, it's got a mix between rock, it's got 90s vibe to it, it's got a 2000s vibe to it, just all that mixed in one. Uh, the song I heard, it was called Look Up. I heard that song, and man, it was like one of the best rock songs that I've heard in decades, man. In my opinion, this is, of course, great band. Check them out if you haven't. We did a review on this album on Freeform, and I think we all agreed that we liked it. I think so. That is cool.
We all agree
So that's my number.
we can't buy these albums because they're expensive in America.
I hate that because they got no American. These bands in England and shit don't have a fucking a
What about
source to sell their albums here.
Earache Records should like sign them, man. Get them here, man.
Well, but bands like Amo the Sniffers can make it over here. I mean, some bands can make it. It's like weird how I
I
don't know. I
listened to
don't
that
get it how
band. It
that works.
reminds me of a Starcrawler. Really good shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. And then my next album is my favorite album by these guys, and that's Fleetwood Mac. And it's not Rumors, it's Tusk. Absolutely love Tusk, man. My favorite. It's got my favorite Christine song on it, which is Over and Over. There it is.
Don't
My
tell me
favorite
that you
Stevie.
want me. Bum bum bum.
Yeah. My favorite Stevie song is fucking Sarah. What a fucking
Yeah.
beautiful tune,
I have
man.
it on vinyl also somewhere.
I mean, the most expensive album, I think, at the time, I think when they made it, I
Was.
think. But
Mhm.
I absolutely love it. It's got some great, like Sisters in the Moon from Stevie's is fucking awesome. Not That Funny by Lindsay is awesome. Christine always shines in every album Fleetwood Mac does. Just a total fucking great album. And my number 9 is Eagles' Greatest Hits, man. I can't put that album down. Even if I try, man. It's such a great fucking greatest hits album. And they have two. That's how good of a band they were. But
Hey,
that first one,
Tom Waits hates him, but I don't like Tom Waits.
oh yeah, well, all 55 is a cool tune, dude. I think much
No,
better
but
than Tom Waits
Tom
version, man.
Waits says like listening to the Eagles is like listening to the paint dry.
Oh well, I'll say that about him actually, but that's just my
Exactly,
opinion.
exactly. I was laughing at that.
I think Rod Stewart made a better song out of one of his tunes too. It's like,
Downtown Train,
Right.
yeah,
and
Yeah.
so did
fucking A, but
Patty Smythe made a good version of that song too.
yeah. But anyway, my 11, 10, 9 is fucking Florence Black, Fleetwood Mac, Tusk, and Eagles' Greatest Hits. So 876, 80.
All right, let me pull out. And Tusk is my favorite Fleetwood Mac album as
I
well.
agree with both of you guys on that. So
Yeah, but what I love even a little bit more than Tusk, but is Fleetwood Mac related? But to me, this is the greatest album from anyone that was in Fleetwood Mac, which is at 8, Stevie Nicks' Belladonna.
Great album. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's close. Believe me, I was like, Tusker Belladonna, and Tusk is in my honorary mentions, but no, Belladonna, I just listen to even more. I probably listen to Belladonna, I don't know, like I listen to it a lot because I listen to it for myself. It's an album I write to a lot of times, has a lot of it has a great witchy vibe to it, and if I write like, like a sexy thriller or something, Belladonna's like a great soundtrack to it. Also, when I have women over in my place, like it's good mood music. I know a lot of women that love
Sure.
Stevie too. So it just, as a result, it just gets played a lot. Belladonna gets played a lot in my apartment. And it's just one of my favorite albums of all time. So many great songs. Every song's on it. It's great. Not just the singles, the deep tracks. I Love Outside the Rain is one of my favorite Stevie Nicks songs, and it's amazing. And number seven, an album that sometimes, usually I've always said this was my second favorite album, but I'm a little burned out on it recently. But I know I'm going to be not so burned out from it like a year or two from now, and it would never not be on anything I have that plays music. That's the thing. Like, it would always be an album that always travels with me everywhere. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. At number seven, Iggy Pop, Raw Power. Iggy Pop in the
That's a
studio.
Iggy
good one.
Pop. Iggy
Yeah,
Pop.
yeah, so
Love
it
me
was
some.
actually Iggy and the Stooges. Iggy Pop. At that point, that's what they were calling the band. It was
Hmm.
this new version of the Stooges that they were calling Iggy and the Stooges. David Bowie produced it. It's I like actually the Iggy mix, which they did in the '90s, the best. That's to me the definitive version. I have the double version. It's here somewhere. But anyway, where there's a double version of the album that I got. It was the second vinyl I ever bought. Was has both the Bowie mix and the Iggy mix on it, and they're both great, but I like the Iggy mix best. And to me, that was, they'll call it like a proto punk album, like that was before punk, but yet has that vibe and energy. But you can hear it everywhere, from Nirvana to Guns N' Roses. The influence is, very strong. But I love that album. And at number six is, and it bothered me that this didn't make my top five, but it's damn close. But is my favorite Black Sabbath album, Black Sabbath Volume 4. I I mean, so many Black Sabbath albums I love that I always listen to. I mean, I listen to like the first six Black Sabbath albums always. Like, they're always like, you could put them plus the first two with Dio. You could put those in my constant rotation. But if there's one that always rises to the top, it is Volume 4. Volume 4, I don't know. I listen to that album like maybe 10 times a year, maybe.
Great
That's
album.
conservative, probably more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's my favorite Sabbath album. So there you go. So Stevie Nicks, Iggy Pop, Black Sabbath, 876.
Pretty cool variety there, man. Awesome. Mooger, go ahead, man.
All right. Like I said, at the top of my list or bottom of my list was, I put this together based on the bands that I listen to most in a year, or if I was to put together a playlist of, like, if I'm gonna go travel or if I've got 8 hours to kill or whatever. But my number eight is Alice in Chains. Somewhere in there, there's always an Alice in Chains song, album, whatever. The one I go back to more so than any other Alice in Chains is Facelift. I like that even a little bit over Dirt, as a whole. That's just me. My number seven, you guys are going to take away my nuts for this one, but it's going to be Adele. Her album 21. And
Beautiful
I think
voice,
it's a
man.
perfect fucking record.
That's actually a good album. I actually like that album.
Yeah. And my band currently, we're actually doing a song off of that album. It's amazing. So yeah, man, Adele, the album 21. And number six, and like these guys could have been anywhere in the mix, but Cinderella. Always listen to me some Cinderella. The one I go back to most often is going to be Long Cold Winter. And
Oh,
I just love that record, man. It's full of great
Yeah.
songs, has a great sound, great era for that band. And that album doesn't age for me. It sounds as fresh as something I could put on. So that's my 876, man. I've
Yeah.
got Alice in Chains, Adele, and Cinderella.
I played that Cinderella album a lot. It did get a little burned out on me, but I'm not gonna say it's a fucking great album. Don't get me wrong, but I did get a little burned out of it. But it's like you said,
Sure.
it's fantastic.
That's
Heartbreak
easy.
Station. I think I go back to Heartbreak Station more than any Cinderella album for some reason.
I go back to their
Good
first one.
album.
That's the
Uh,
fucking.
yeah.
You gotta go back to Night
Yeah,
Songs,
their
man.
first one,
That's
Night Songs, is just
yeah,
I love
fantastic.
Night
absolutely.
Songs.
I'm with
That
Jared.
never gets tired.
Night songs. Like, I like
I
long.
never get tired of fucking Night Songs,
Night
man.
songs is awesome. Love it.
Still Climbing is underrated, by the way.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Well, and that's
All
what I was
those
going to
albums,
say.
Great White Hooked, Dawkins
Yeah.
Dysfunctional, those are all great albums that in the
But
90s,
like,
unfortunately.
Still Climbing is one I probably go back second most, and then
Yeah,
Still Climbing because I it didn't get a shot. They weren't
yeah,
overplayed. There weren't videos for them. You weren't hearing them on the
yeah.
radio every 3 seconds. So yeah, Still Climbing is just I love digging into that one because it's like, oh shit, I forgot how good this album is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
my 876.
All right, Andy, man, you go ahead, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how or why we got introduced to this by our sister Kate. But I'm going with the debut album, self-titled and only album by Middle Brother. I streamed
Oh
that
yeah,
a
I
lot.
remember that. I have that CD too. I bought it as well. Yeah.
It's so good. I absolutely love the folk Americana. It's great. The next one, I got this one from I was listening to the Tom Zazula album book that he wrote, and he talked about this band, and it was towards the end of Megaforce. The band was called Mind Funk, and I absolutely love that album. It was from 1991. It's great, funky thrash. It's fantastic. I I listen to that one a lot because I can't find it on CD, so I stream it. And number 6, I'm going to go with Neil Young Bridge Collection. Neil Young always does these bridge shows I think it's outside of San Francisco, and all the benefits proceed um, the charities that he does, especially for children with MS, because he has 2 children that battle that. Um, and I think there's like 6 or 7 different volumes, and he has all sorts of stuff in there with different artists. There's one that Metallica does a great set on. He always has the most eclectic bands there with him, bands that you'll never believe are playing with Neil Young, but they are. So those are really good listens. The Bridge Collection by Neil Young. So that's my 876 Middle Brother, Mind Funk, and the Neil Young Bridge Collection.
Cool. All right, Mark, go ahead, man.
All right. I'm going to go to my 876. I'm going to start with Genesis Abacab.
That's your favorite Genesis, or just the one you listen to the most?
The one I listen to the most. I like Duke a lot, and I like the self-titled Genesis album a lot. I like the Peter Gabriel era, but I'm more into the Phil Collins era.
I am too, actually. I agree.
Yeah, so I love Abacab. It's like
Abacab is a great album.
it's
I
a fucking
do
great
the
album.
Edge, but Abacab is a great album.
It's got so much earworms on that album. It's just like why listen to it more. The Duke. Duke is probably my favorite Genesis or the self-titled, but I gotta go with
Self-titled's my
Abacab.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm new to Genesis beyond their greatest hits. Like in the 80s, I couldn't tell a Genesis song with a Phil Collins solo
Oh, it's
album
way
apart.
different. It's way different.
But
I would not buy the time you get to like Invisible Touch. I wouldn't say it
Well,
was way different.
Invisible Touch, if you take out the singles and you're listening to the deep tracks on an album, like
Oh yeah, they got stuff like Domino
but
and stuff. But
Domino,
that being
it's
said,
like,
I mean,
oh my God,
yeah,
so
but like
good.
the title track, Invisible Touch could have
Yeah,
been
it's
so
pop.
solid.
It's pop.
we talk about this a lot. I mean, in the fucking 80s, you couldn't go 5 minutes without hearing either a Phil Collins or a
Yeah, Phil
Genesis song.
Collins.
So that's complimentary, I guess, in a way, what I'm saying, because it was fucking
Phil
everywhere.
Collins was the
But
80s. Fuck Michael
I've
Jackson.
enjoyed
Fuck
recently.
Madonna.
I've
Yeah,
enjoyed.
I'm a fan. I like
Yeah,
solo Phil Collins too.
I've
so.
enjoyed recently diving deep into their albums. I've never done that before, and I'm finding a lot of great deep tracks from them, man.
Trick of the Tail's great too.
Oh fuck yeah, the first album with Phil.
Yeah, I love
God
that.
damn, love that
Oh
album.
god, was that the review album you guys did where I came in like 5 hours later and you were still doing it?
I don't
Album?
remember that. No, that was
That was The Lamb Lies Down on
Lamb
Broadway.
Lies Down
Oh,
on
okay,
Broadway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I mean,
like
I do
5
like
hours
the
you guys were
Gabriel.
still
I do
on.
like the Gabriel stuff as well, and I also like solo Gabriel. But I do like.
They both want in the right direction, I
Yeah.
think, for both
Yeah.
of them. Peter
Yeah, I
Gabriel
think both
got his solo.
Gabriel and
Yeah.
Collins kind of peaked around the early mid '80s.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Well, that
And
solo
then-
album was a fucking monster too. Man.
And then I get
Yeah.
to 7, man. I can't leave this album out. If I leave this album out, I'm lying to you guys.
Okay.
Rat, Out of the Cellar.
Amazing album.
Oh my God, this album is. I fucking listen to this album all the fucking time. Oh my God, this is just such an amazing fucking album. There's not a bad song on this album. Not a bad song on this album. My God, I remember bringing the single to fucking church, round and round, playing it on the Sunday school fucking
Yeah, that was
record
huge.
player,
I
telling
remember
these
when that
kids,
song was everywhere.
listen to
Yeah,
this shit. This shit
yeah,
rules. While wearing my U2 shirt.
yeah.
So this fucking
Back for More is my favorite Rat song. So
God damn, I
that's a
love
little bit there.
communication. Ah, God damn, I love this fucking album. There's not a bad song on this album. Out of the
Lack
Cellar is
of
fucking classic as fuck.
communication, lack
I
of.
never go a fucking month without listening to this album. I fucking love this album. It's amazing.
I might listen to that later, actually. Come think of it, it's in my
Rat
head
Out of the
now.
Cellar just rules. And then the album that got me into hard rock and metal. Number 6, Def Leppard, Pyromania.
Another great album.
I never go like a week without listening to this album or a song from this album. I love this fucking album. It's low on the totem pole. The fuck, it's high up there for me. I just love
Nothing
it.
wrong
You
with
had to
that,
rank them.
dude. I take High and Dry over it, but it's close. It's close.
It's right, but Iron Dry I got into after Pyromania.
Sure, I
I,
did too.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Pyromania is something
Gateway album, Pyromania.
God
Yeah.
damn, I just love that album so much.
Their
It's like
best.
I was listening to it yesterday, by the way. I just fucking love it. It's
That's their
just like
best, in my opinion. Pyromania, nothing else.
Pyromania is their best to me. I
It
love
is.
it.
I
In
like
Uh,
fact, I
I
heard
like
that
Dry better.
last week.
Pyromania is my second favorite. It's very close. I love that
Yeah.
album too.
so that's
Yeah.
my 876.
Awesome. I
Nice.
remember actually my 8 and 7 are from the same band. Me and Joe do a show about these guys called Heavy Water
Of
77.
course, I
If you're
told you
a
not to
fan,
pick two at this
check it out. No, I couldn't help it because I listen to these all the fucking time, dude. I'm not
fuckers.
lying. I listen to fucking Sticks as the Wood and Nickel Years all the fucking time, dude. Those first fucking albums are awesome. Those first 4 albums. I mean, you only hear Sticks from, actually, you don't hear really much from Equinox, actually. It's pretty much from the Grand Illusion up, you know what I mean? You don't hear Crystal Ball, really. You don't hear nothing from them, that album either. But those first 4 albums, man, are fucking amazing, dude. If you haven't heard, I'm sure you guys have heard them, at least a couple of the songs from them. So great stuff, dude. I mean, if you like prog, you like metal, and even rock, it's got all 3 of those elements, man, in my opinion. Good stuff. And, John and Chuck Panazzo don't get much of a credit as far as the rhythm section, but man, check out their rhythms on those first 4 albums. They are awesome.
And those
And then my
albums were a
second,
little weird at the same time too. Do you know what I mean? Like the time signatures were a little weird. I mean, they were
yeah, you're not
different.
going to hear, yeah, it's going to be a culture shock or
Yeah,
an ear shock, let's just say, if you're used to the Grand Illusion sticks, then you're hearing that. Absolutely. But speaking of the Grand Illusion, that's my next one. Fuck, dude, what an album, man! I mean,
Motherfucker.
the day I first heard that album till now, I never get tired. I listen to that album at least 2 or 3 times a month. Absolutely perfect album. The fucking songs, I mean, "Come Sail Away," iconic. "Fooling Yourself," iconic. Just loaded with even the deep tracks, man, like fucking Castle Walls and
Castle Walls is my favorite on
Man
that.
in the
Man,
Wilderness,
oh
man.
god
Jeez.
dang, yeah.
The title track, I mean, just loaded with great arena rock. I guess they still had a prog, touch to them back then as well, but great fucking album. And
Hey
then
Jerry,
my
I kind of fucked up because I told you not to pick 2 Pink Floyd and 2 Led Zeppelin. I really didn't think you were going to pick 2 Styx.
You double dipped on the sticks.
I may triple dip here in a minute.
You
Man.
kind of almost.
You said
I
double
mean,
dip.
and
You didn't say
one
nothing
was a
about
com-
triple dip.
and one's a
Yeah.
compliment.
Triple dip. But I said, don't
And you
pick
kind
2
of
Led Zeppelin.
included. He also kind of included the first 4 albums all as one too.
yeah,
So
He did.
all 4.
Sure.
I see what you
I
did
got a
there.
lot. I'm getting the bang for my buck here,
Yeah, you
everybody.
put in
So
essentially 5 Styx albums.
yeah, there we
What
go.
a
But
dude, I should have picked Live at 1997 at the Fillmore with Tom Petty, you fucker.
yeah, but my number 6, wait, we're on 6. Did I say? Oh yeah, I said fucking Man in the Wilderness, Grand Illusion, and fucking Wood and Nickel Sticks. Uh Ozzy, Diary of a Madman. I mean, seriously, that's a fucking, I never get tired of that. I mean, talk about another perfect album. I mean, especially I remember when Ozzy passed. That was the first one I listened to. I listened to that album for like a week. fucking perfect. You can't kill rock and roll. I mean, that song
Mm.
made me cry when I heard it after Ozzy died. How true that fucking song is. Over the Mountain, Little Dolls, Tonight, Sado. I mean, it's loaded with fucking great tunes, man. My favorite Ozzy album. A lot of people go to Blizzard of Oz, but I think I prefer Diary. What do you guys think? Diary or Blizzard?
Diary is definitely the best, in my
Absolutely. Yeah.
opinion. But I think most people like Diary. I thought most people like Diary.
Really, I heard a lot of people like Blizzard better. Maybe
Not in
maybe
the
I'm wrong.
RMCP Army circle anyway. Yeah, Diary is very
Yeah.
regarded. I mean, Blizzard's great too, obviously. Although my second favorite's actually No Rest for the Wicked. I really love
Yeah.
that.
It's a good album.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no
Diary,
rest for the
yeah,
rules.
but Diary is definitely my favorite. That's the best thing he did outside of Black Sabbath, and yeah, it's a masterpiece. That
Yeah,
album.
absolutely.
Yeah, Diary's always been my go-to out of the Blizzard Diary. I'm always grabbing Diary, man.
Dude, that
Always
fucking
grabbing Diary.
acoustic riff from Randy and
Ooh.
Diary of a Madman, dude. Man,
Oh
I'm telling you,
yeah. Come
It's
on,
an
iconic,
Andy.
dude.
evolution, like from a songwriting standpoint and performance and production, everything. It's like Blizzard, but better. Like that's the thing. It's amazing.
And they kind of recorded them almost turnkey. You know, they were very close together as far as the recording of those two records. And
Oh yeah,
I think they had a little time on the road, a little time to gel as a band, and they came and
Mhm.
Diary's just better for it, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the masterpiece.
Anyway, so I got two Stixes and an Aussie. 876. All right. 543, Eddie.
Okay, well, this next one I talked a lot about on Andy and Al's show, Black Spinners, their vidcast, like a week or two ago, and it kind of stirred something in our little community because then that episode inspired Ralph and Ian to do a show on the same album, and that is obviously I'm talking about the Beatles' White Album. That is number 5. It's my favorite Beatles album. Yes, and I like Bungalow Bill, even though it's my least favorite song on the
I
album.
do like that song.
But I like every song on it. It's my favorite. I guess some people think it's weird that I like Revolution 9, but I like
That is weird. Yes, I agree.
again,
That
I
is
don't
weird.
like I'm not putting it on a playlist. I'm not saying here's a groovy playlist with Revolution 9,
But
but
it's
it,
perfect
it,
on the album.
it's an album experience. That's the thing. It's like a climax to a movie. It's not a song, but I think of it the way you would think of the strings and sound effects on A Day in the Life. Like it's just a kind of sonic climax to this amazing rock and roll album. And I mean everything about it. And it's John Lennon's peak as a songwriter. Ralph Vieira says that. I agree with him 100%. I always say it. Best stuff John Lennon ever did was on the White
I
Album.
agree with you on that, by the
I
way.
mean, amazing. I'm So Tired, Happiness, Warm Gun, Dear Prudence, Sexy
Yeah.
Sadie, so many great songs. But Paul and George and even Ringo, everyone's bringing great material. I love this album, and ever since I first listened to it in junior high, it's always been my favorite Beatles album. It's definitely like the most hard rocking Beatles album as well, although still very eclectic. And yeah, I never go years. I never go like, I mean, I don't go like maybe a month or two without listening to the White Album, or at least a handful of my favorite songs from it. So of course that has to make it number 4. A double album that I think is even better than the White Album is Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti.
Nice.
I think it's the second best produced album of all time, the second best produced rock album. I would say Back in Black is the best sounding rock album of all time.
I
If
agree
we're
with you.
talking sonic perfection.
Damn, I forgot that album from my list.
Physical graffiti? Lies.
but,
Lies.
but you wouldn't have Back in Black's production if you didn't have the Physical Graffiti production first. That's the thing. The big drums, the guitar sound, everything is so perfect. The sonic power of that album and the songs, and man, it's sexy. This is another one, kind of like the Stevie Nicks album. Like it would women come over, I'll definitely go Stevie first because Led Zeppelin might be a little too sexually aggressive, a little too hard rock. But if we're into the relationship a bit, then Physical Graffiti comes out because that is
Hey, Mike
that's
Damone says put on side 2 and Led Zeppelin 4, even though Cashmere came on. But
and you know what? That was correct. I said this on my video when I talked about it. Mike Damone got it wrong. It's Physical Graffiti.
yeah.
Yep.
It is sexy as hell.
Oh, so
And
maybe Rat got it right. Maybe
yeah, he got it
Ratner got
right.
it
Hey,
right.
look,
Yeah,
Stacy wanted to have sex
that's
with
true.
Kraken.
Absolutely. Good fucking point. I never put that together, but that makes sense now.
Yeah, he got it right. Yeah, Cashmere is one of the great. That's a song I never get burned out from Cashmere.
No, I never either.
There's something about that song. It's just got a
Good for
vibe.
that
Just don't listen to the Diddy version.
Puff Daddy. Yeah,
Puff Daddy, whatever his name
That's a
is.
crime against culture.
It
But
is.
it was.
in my
Shame
time,
on Jimmy for going along with that.
Fuck
uh,
yeah.
10 years gone. I mean, just, so many, so many amazing songs on this album, and of course, so I love it. Number three, another one of the best produced rock albums of all time, and another by Jack Douglas actually produced this, and my favorite Aerosmith album of all time, which I was actually surprised it made up to three, but if I was being really honest, I was looking at this. Yeah, I listen to Rocks more than
Yeah,
most albums. I'm
yeah.
and ever since I was a teenager, Rocks has always been my favorite Aerosmith album. There was a brief period when I was a teenager where it was Get Your Wings, but
That's my favorite.
once I got, which is a great album. I love that, and Night in the Ruts, Toys in the Attic. They're all great. Everything from the '70s, Aerosmith is great in my opinion. But once I got into my 20s, I pretty much settled on like Rocks. Like Rocks is definitely the one I listen to the most. I always love listening to Rocks. Every song is great. I will say this, like overall, I like I think the Rolling Stones are better than Aerosmith overall if you look at their whole discography. But in the 70s, I don't know. I feel like Aerosmith did what the Stones did, but even better in the 70s. And I don't think
Mm,
the Stones have an album as great as Rocks. That's my opinion. So
yeah.
I mean, Rocks is one of the greatest rock and roll records of all time. Every song's a fucking banger on that album. Even Get the Let Out, I love. I mean, everything on that album. And Commotion, Sick as a Dog, Nobody's Fault, Licking a
Oh,
Promise,
nobody's fault, man. That's a
Nobody's Fault,
great tune.
Heavy, such like a proto thrash song. Back in the Saddle, Last Child. I just Commotion, the Combination's probably my favorite song on it. But I love the whole album. Rocks. So a very strong number three, Aerosmith Rocks.
Yeah, and he said nobody's fault. And Testament did their version of it, and I saw it. You see that metal in that song back in the days. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I mean?
the Testament was like
Absolutely.
it's not like that much heavier. That just shows you
No,
how heavy
right,
the
exactly.
song is.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Awesome. All right, Mooger, go ahead, bro.
This is completely unfair, by the way. This is an impossible list, and I go to so many different people in a year. So there's really no rhyme or reason for these 5, 4, 3 other than I listen to the shit out of these three bands. Number five, I'm gonna go Corrosion of Conformity. I go back to
Great
Deliverance.
band.
A great
Probably
song.
all the time I go to Deliverance, one of my favorite COC albums. Um, Number four would be Tesla. And I one of my all-time favorite records from Tesla is Psychotic Supper. I just it's so raw, it's
Great
so
album.
rock, it's so awesome. And shit, my number three, Seven Dust. They are always in heavy rotation. I love every one of their records, but the one I go back to more, at least this year, was Truth Killer, their latest, and looking forward to the new one. So my number five is Corrosion of Conformity. Number four is Tesla, and number three is Seven Dust.
Cool. Really, Psychotic Supper is your favorite one from them, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
I go I go for Mechanical Resonance the first.
me too. Pretty much in order. One, two, three. Their first three albums,
Yeah,
how I have them in
yeah.
order. Yeah.
I could drop the needle anywhere on any side of any one of those records, and it's amazing. So
Yeah.
it
Bust a Nut, another album that got lost in the 90s.
Fuck yeah.
Man. That's
Bust a
fucking,
Nut.
yeah, it was a little more visible here on our rock radio, but yeah, you're right, man. What a fantastic record that I don't think got the push it really deserved. But
I do agree with you, Mooger, on the COC. I love Deliverance. That's a great album.
It's great
I also
album.
love
Yeah.
Wise Blood is a close second for me on that. That's like part two almost. Those two albums are both bangers in my opinion. Love them both.
big time, big time.
Awesome. All right, Andy, you're up next, man.
I'm going to go with number five. I'm going with George Strait. The Cowboy Rides Away. It was a live show from Arlington. It was supposed to be Well, I guess it was his last show because he does do a little bit of charity work here and there. But other than that, this was his last show, and it was
I fucking love
recorded.
having Andy on, man, because he always puts shit out we would never think of.
Yeah,
And he always
exactly.
puts out
That's
great
why I
shit. I love it.
love him on there.
Thank you.
Edwin too, Eddie too, man, and Mooger. He puts. I would have never
Yeah, the
picked
Sonic
Seven
Youth one
Dust.
was yeah, that's a name I haven't
Yeah,
heard in
I
a
would have
while, so
never
that's kind
picked
of cool. Yeah.
COC or Seven Dust and Sonic Youth. I love Sonic Youth, but I would have never picked that stuff. That's great. I love the diversity we have on here, man.
I'm about to break out the Taylor Swift card here in a minute.
Wait,
Go ahead, Andy, finish up.
honor
Yeah,
is matter. Tell me
my number 4. I'm going with a covers album. That's Iced Earth, tribute to the
Oh
gods.
man, that's fucking awesome, dude. Their version of God
Oh,
of
yeah.
Thunder is fucking
Dude, it
awesome,
starts off as
dude.
Creatures of the Night, and after that
Yeah.
they go to Number of the Beast, and
Ooh,
they do all these covers just
yeah.
like it's
Fucking
second
love
nature
that
to
band.
them.
Yeah.
Fucking badass. Number 4, I'm going with 1989 self-titled The Ghetto Boys. The
Oh
reason
wow.
why I claim that it's so
Nice.
hard for me to find it on CD, and when I
Ghetto
do,
Boys.
it's like more than $70 for the CD. I'm not going to go that route.
Wow.
So I stream it. I used to have it on cassette, but then I'm you know what? I'm never going to listen to rap music again. I'm going to give it all away, and now I want a lot of it back, and I can't find it.
that ironic that no one in the ghetto could afford the Ghetto Boys
Eh.
CD.
You know, a couple of them have ran for city council here in Houston. Scarface and Willie D both ran for like council of a different area, like in Midtown, I think.
It's
I
really
think
amazing.
Texas great again.
It's amazing he was running for office his last decade or so. It's just fucking amazing.
It's like
But
and I almost stole one of their political ads, but it was like on the side of the freeway, and my wife wouldn't stop. I said, "Crap!" It was really.
I blame California for that because that special election they had
I
in
wanna
the
grab
2000s. Gary Coleman was running for governor. Who else? Fucking
Oh, what?
One, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yeah, Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that was a fucking Larry Flint. I mean, all these fucking
Oh my
weirdos
God!
are running.
Who's president right now? Come on!
Yeah, wouldn't you prefer
It's a
sports?
reality TV
Yeah,
talk
that's
show.
what it is. Hey, man, reality TV helped him win. I think so. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
kudos for his team for that.
Oh, I lied.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
well, it's politicians, man. They're all liars. But all right, Mark, go ahead, man.
I'm gonna go for it wasn't a sophomore jinx for both these albums here. My 5 and 4. I'm gonna go with Tesla, The Great Radio Controversy. The album is over an hour, and it doesn't seem like it's over an hour. It's just so fucking killer.
Great album.
I love Mechanical Resonance, like we did on the BS sessions between Guns N' Roses and Appetite, which Tesla won, as
Yeah,
it
you
should.
did. I was very surprised.
Fucking The Great Radio Controversy is my all-time favorite Tesla album, by the way. I love that album. Fucking No Way Out, Heaven's Trail,
The Way It Is.
Flight to Nowhere. My God, this is a great.
Paradise.
They went harder and faster on this album, man. It is fucking amazing. I love it. And I go for the second album for the Black Crows, the Southern Harmony and Musical Companion.
My favorite cruise.
Yeah.
I love that fucking album.
Angels.
It's my favorite album by them.
Hey, every
There's-
song's great on it.
Every
Yeah.
song it fucking just rules. And then my number 3, my best fucking Yes album, 90125.
Yes, sir.
That's the album that got me into Yes. Without that album, I wanted to listen to Steve Howe. And sorry, Steve. Trevor kicks your ass. I've seen you both live on the Union tour, and Trevor kicked your ass on that tour.
They're
So-
both fucking phenomenal guitar. I know I
They're
like
both
Trevor better,
fucking
but they're
phenomenal.
both fucking phenomenal.
They're
They
both
really are.
fucking phenomenal, but
Yeah.
fucking Trevor.
Trevor's
I'm
a
not-
favorite. I'm not saying he's better. He's a favorite.
Because he could
That's what I'm saying.
sing. I think he has that dual threat. So that's
Dude,
what
this
I
last
go.
solo album, Real, is awesome, dude. If you guys
Fuck
haven't heard
yeah.
that, check
Trevor's
that out, man. That's
amazing.
good
He does the Gone in 60 Seconds. He did all those like scores for movies too. You never see Steve Howe doing that shit?
Didn't need
There you
to.
go. Huh?
He didn't need to.
He didn't, but Trevor fucking kicked ass, man. I love Trevor Rabin.
Yeah, Trevor's awesome. Great guitar player.
90125. Without that, Owner of a Lonely Heart, Changes, like in those songs, that album is perfect top to bottom. I would
And he
not
didn't
have
even
got,
want it to be Yes.
I
He didn't even want it to
wouldn't,
be called Yes.
I would have not gotten into Yes. I would not have went back into the Steve
Yeah.
Howe era without Trevor. So
Man,
there you
they could have
go.
stopped that drama.
Drama is amazing. I love that album.
Yeah, they could have
Into
stopped there.
Into the Lens ruled. Love that song. That's my 543, Jerry.
What was the other one besides Tesla and that one?
Well, I
What was
had
the other one?
Tesla, the Black Crows, the Southern
Black
Harmony
Crows, that's
Musical
it. Yeah,
Companion. Yeah.
gotcha. My number five is a band. Well, actually, I did my first freeform rock podcast doing this album with Metal Mike Tyler, I think was our guest. Yeah, absolutely, he was. Metal Church's Blessing in Disguise, man. Fuck, dude. One of my favorite bands. Great album. It was one of those albums that got me into metal, man. It really did. Fucking huge Mike Howe fan and rest in peace. Outstanding vocalist. Kurt Vanderhoof, one of the thrash riff gods, doesn't get any credit. Uh, to me, they belong in the big four. Fuck Anthrax, fuck that band.
Fuck you.
Um, but yeah, and I'm fucking so excited for their new album coming out. Their first two singles, man, are awesome, dude. FAFU and I can't think of the name of it right now. Fuck. I'm losing my memory, dude. I forgot my cat's name the other day. I forgot who Jimmy Page was a couple months ago too, so it happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then my number four is Boston's self-titled album. You know me, you know I love Boston. I mean, that's in my. I hear that album fucking. I don't know. I can't get away from that album even if I tried. It's everywhere, yeah, being played with my friends and all that. Perfect album. Uh, Flawless in my opinion. Talking about produced and in a fucking basement, and it sounds that fucking good. You know what I mean?
Right.
That dude knew his shit, man. Tom Scholz knew his shit, and he proved it on that album. Absolutely, fucking great album. And then my number three is Hold It Up, Mark, Number of the Beast. He just had it.
I don't want to
Fucking
get out again.
listen to
it's
that
right
album all listen to that album all the fucking time still. It is my favorite Maiden album. I go that and then Killers is my one, two. And then Power Slave and then their debut. That's my first four Maiden albums. But absolutely perfection. You know, Edwin said this earlier. You can picture Paul singing some of these songs. So it was definitely a good transition between what would become future Maiden albums and old Maiden albums. Yeah, I don't go a couple weeks without not hearing that album. So that's my number 543. Metal Church, Boston, and Iron fucking Maiden. All right, number two, Edwin.
Okay, this one I actually have the record right next to me, so I'm gonna pull it up because it's right by my leg here. I'm by the M's. Anyway, so the this is the one album. My number two is actually the album that's not rock, so this is gonna be the biggest curveball here. This is the non-rock album I listen to the most, and I've been listening to the most for I don't know the past 20 years of my life, and it is a jazz album. You guys probably might not know it. Andy might know it maybe, but that's about it. But anyway, it is this one. Hold on. Miles Davis, Miles Smiles. Uh, my favorite jazz album of all time from the 60s. It's a masterpiece. I'm not gonna go off too much about it, but I probably listen to it more than anything else because it's just like jazz is music that you just play while you do shit, like when you cook and do things and all that. But this has like songs that you can sit and it works both ways. You can listen to it as cool background music, but the songs also command your attention. Herbie Hancock's playing piano on it. Wayne Shorter, it's this great quintet from the late 60s. But I'm a big Miles Davis fan. I listen to Miles Davis a lot, probably more than any other artist because it fits a lot of different moods, you know. And also when I write, I play a lot of Miles Davis. It's like more cinematic than your average jazz, and that's one reason why Miles, I think, crosses over to a rock audience a little more than other jazz artists because he was more song focused and there's like strong melodies and the horn lines and stuff. He's essentially like singing with his horns. But anyway, that album I probably listened to more than any other album, but my number one had to be my number one. And are we doing? We're going into the number one now.
No,
No,
we're
just number
doing
two.
two and
Oh, two and that. Okay, then
Yeah.
I will say my number one. I mean, I've said many times in our groups what my favorite album of all time is. So some of you might already know it. But anyway, Miles Davis, Miles Smiles is my number two.
I wanted
All
to
right, go
say
ahead.
something about Miles Davis in the 60s. Now that I'm starting to get into Miles Davis, thanks to Edwin there. You know, you mentioned Herbie Hancock and Wayne Shorter, and you will hear these names in the 70s starting to do jazz rock
Yeah,
fusion.
fusion. Yeah,
It's
and
all
Tony Williams as
blended.
well. Yeah. But
All
they did
those
fusion
players
first
came
with
out.
Miles. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Miles was essentially invented fusion,
yeah,
and this album is before that. It's a little
yeah.
pre. It's like a year or two before fusion. It's still what they would call free bop or post bop, but the fusion albums kind of begin in a silent way. And Bitches Brew. Those are Miles Davis albums,
It's true,
and,
yeah.
and and then those guys all like Miles was like band leader training camp. Like so many, every
Yeah.
guy that played John Coltrane originally in the 50s was playing with Miles Davis. You know,
Mhm.
he's on Kind of Blue, Miles's biggest album.
Oh
So
yeah, I got
yes,
that on vinyl.
yeah.
I
So
found it for 1999 at my record store. Blue.
oh yeah, Kind of Blues is great. That's
Yeah.
a great starter if you want to just hear the most popular jazz album of all time. That's kind of like the Back in Black of jazz albums.
Yeah.
But my favorite is my personal favorite, Smiles, Smiles. But all that stuff's great. And Herbie, especially, I love. I'm a big fan of Herbie Hancock's like late '60s, early '70s
Yeah.
albums. Really strong. Like for you probably know Headhunters. I would recommend that album. That's a really good
Fantastic.
album from
I
him.
only, I only know that Rocket song. That's the only song I know from Herbie
Hey,
Hancock.
that's fun. Rock a little past his prime, but it's fun. His
Oh,
early
okay.
stuff's very funky. He also did the Death Wish soundtrack, which I'm a big fan.
Oh, okay. Cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, electric piano, very funky early '70s kind of stuff. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Mark, right? No,
Ah,
we're on
Oh, Mooger.
Mooger. Mooger, my
Mooger.
bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't know, man. Had to call an audible on this one because it's so tough. But another band I always have in a playlist or listening to, my number two is going to be The Cult, Sonic Temple.
Oh,
I
good one.
just, I mean, anywhere I drop the needle on the Cult catalog, it's fine by me. But if I had to pick an album that I go back to quite a bit, it's going to be Sonic Temple. So
For
that's my
me
number
on the
two.
Colt, it would be Ceremony.
Right.
I actually
Amazing
I'd
record,
go with
man.
Sonic Temple. I'd go with Sonic Temple too, actually.
But White
Yeah.
is the best song they ever
That
made.
was their mainstream album, their mainstream breakout
No,
album.
The
I love.
electric.
Played everywhere.
For some reason,
Oh no,
Sonic.
Sonic Temple,
Oh,
where I
I
was at in Florida,
love Sonic Temple,
that was
but
played everywhere on the radio, man.
Mhm.
but
It was
Firewoman,
huge.
Edie, Sun King, all
Yeah.
those
I
songs.
love that album, Sonic Temple. It's a great. I got that on vinyl. I don't have Ceremony on vinyl. I need Ceremony on vinyl.
That's a hard one to find. I got it
It
from the
is.
library, like when it came out, and I can't believe they were still releasing vinyl at that time.
White is like my favorite song by the Cult of all time. It's just
Yeah.
I remember all those
Well, I
albums
think
that like in the 90s and shit, and were all like in dollar bins, man. I mean, all these
yeah.
great albums,
right.
man. Nobody wanted vinyl, man. Fuck. I wish I would have
Yeah.
got a lot of
Well, the
those.
library buy them up or get them donated, and
Yeah,
that's where I just go check them out and go
yeah.
listen to them. But Sonic Temple's great, Electric's amazing, Love, all of those records, man, are really, really good. I
I
love them
don't
all.
think there's a bad Cult album, by the way.
Not to me, there isn't, but that's to be debated amongst a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I love all of them. So
Ditto.
All right. Andy, number two.
Yeah, my number two is going to be a band that I've been really digging during the past 10 years, and that's Dawes. And then the name of the album that is my favorite by them is Nothing Is Wrong. I really hear that a lot. So that's my number two.
Good pick.
Awesome. Mark, number two.
number
I'm waiting for
two.
that Rush album, man. I'm waiting for that Rush album.
Well, that might be later.
Yeah.
The Beatles, Abbey Road.
Awesome.
It's a great album. I could have picked Revolver or Rubber Soul or Sgt. Pepper's, but this one is a complete album for me. The White Album is amazing too, by the way, but there's some duds on the White Album. There's no duds on this album. This is just an album you can just play all the way through. I just love this album. It's just pop, rock. It's just amazing. I love the whole album.
My
Like,
favorite Beatles song is on that album, which
yeah.
is "You Never Give Me Your Money."
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a great song. And the most iconic album cover by the Beatles, by the way.
Yep.
Everybody tries to do this.
A lot
I
of
mean, if we ever went there, that'd be one of the things we wanted to do, right? Is
yeah,
walk down
oh
that
yeah,
fucking walk across that
a
street.
lot of
Absolutely.
Yes.
a lot of Paul's Dead clues on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this fucking album. So Abbey Road's my number 2.
Yeah. My number 2 is. I mean, come on, dude. It's fucking perfection again, yet again. I mean, how long was that? I think it's. Excuse me. I mean,
I know
I
what your
believe
number
it's.
1 is now.
I believe it's back in the charts again. I mean, how long
Is it
was that
really?
fucking album in the charts? I think, yeah, for some
Right?
reason it's back in the charts. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, that's definitely
unreal.
that's one of those vinyls that people will always buy. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I think that's probably why it's back in the charts. Yeah,
yeah,
because of that,
It's so
maybe.
good. It's one of the best.
Fucking,
It is.
it's
I
great.
mean, what do I need to say that you guys don't already know about that fucking album, man? I know people trying to go to Wish You Were Here as their favorite, or maybe even The Wall, but I always do that the Dark Side.
Mine
of
is
the Moon.
Animals. That's my favorite.
Nothing wrong with that one either.
Yeah.
Metal's actually my favorite, but
Nothing wrong with that one either.
I love but Dark Side. I would say Dark Side's my second
Dark
favorite.
Side's my fave, just period.
Yeah. Just, yeah, it's a fucking amazing album. All right. Number 1, folks. Everyone's like, what the fuck are they all doing?
I got the vinyl there. I'm wearing the shirt. AC/DC Power.
Yeah.
I have that vinyl also. That's my favorite AC/DC album
I do too.
also. Right
This is
on.
first. I only started collecting vinyl like about 10 years ago, and that was the what I knew like what the first record. I said Raw Power was the second one I got. First record I bought when I bought my record player was something my ex-wife, who was my wife at the time, got me into. She's like, "You're hanging out the bars too much, hang out the Rainbow Bar and Grill too much." Maybe if I get him to collect vinyl, he won't go out as much. And it kind of worked to a degree. So I blame her for my vinyl addiction. It started then 10 years ago, and it was an Amoeba, the Amoeba Records on Sunset. The first, I knew instantly, well, I gotta get Powerage. Powerage got to be the first one. I think it's the greatest rock and roll album of all time. I just, it's awesome. I'm a little burned out on it because I've been listening to it. It's been my favorite album since I was a teenager. But
Down payment
but
blues.
but still, like I was like, I can't not make it number one because rock music, I love all kinds of music, but rock music is my favorite and it's my favorite rock album. So I feel like it had to edge out even Miles Davis. So I had to give Powerage the one. And even though there's several ACDs, I probably listened to the Mutt Lange produced albums, all three, Highway to Hell, Back in Black, and For Those About to Rock, a little more than Powerage these days. But still, like if I had only one album, if I was if I had that choice where no matter what it was on a phone or any device, like I would have to pick Powerage because and I never go without listening to it. So that's why I decided it had to be Powerage. So there you go.
Awesome. Mooger, number 1, dude.
All right. Probably no surprise to anybody who knows me. It's going to be Coheed and Cambria. And the one I go back to since it was released is Vaxis 2. I don't have the record, but I have the book. So it's Vaxis 2, Window of the Waking Mind. And it's just full of amazing, amazing Coheed songs. For me, I've been a fan from the get-go, from the beginning. One of my favorite bands. They are solidly at number 1 for me. Coheed and Cambria.
All right, Andy.
All right. So I was trying to figure out what of the Beatles am I going to do? Which Beatles album? Because I knew Beatles were going to be number 1. I knew it. And it's something that I stream quite a bit. I said, well, that's the answer. On Apple, they've got you stream all together all the US albums that the Beatles did. And it's kind of annoying because I had to make a playlist out of it because they'll have an album in stereo, then in mono. Stereo and album. Crap. Yeah. So I had to take all the stereo out because I prefer that over the mono and put it all.
I love the stereo versions better.
So my number 1 is going to be the Beatles, the US albums.
The amazing stuff. I actually like. I mean, they get a bad rap, and some of them are definitely inferior to the UK
Oh
versions.
yeah.
But I tell you, there's a case that Meet the Beatles is a much stronger debut than Please Please Me. I think so.
Oh well, I think so too because they really did. Oh well, it's got "I Want to Hold Your Hand," which is something that
Yeah, it's
no
just the
UK
original
album has.
songs,
You
and
know,
it's got more impact, I think, as
yeah,
a debut. You know.
yeah, because they put the singles mixed in with
Yeah,
these albums, so
they
they're
the covers
like totally
for the
different.
cover.
Yeah, because when you talk about Beatle albums, you're all, well, is it the UK version or the US version? Which
I have a fondness for the Capitol version of the US version of Rubber Soul. Not better than the UK one, but it's a nice Sunday album. I like that they mix in the folk stuff.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a Rubber Soul on CD. When I found it on vinyl, I didn't understand why the listing was different because it's got a couple of songs off of Help on there, and I had asked the record guy, oh well, the record store owner, why is this? Then he explained to me the UK versions and the UK versions, so I thought that was pretty cool. So now I have all the UK and all the US back here on vinyl. So it's pretty cool to hear the whole thing on streaming. So US albums by the Beatles.
Cool. All right, Mark, number one, dude.
I'm wearing a shirt. Rush Signals. You listen to this album, you got subdivisions. If you're a bullied kid, you listen to that song Subdivision in the high school halls, in the shopping malls. Be cool or be cast out, brother. Uh, Al Horta has his channel. One of the best titles of all time.
Be cool or be podcast out.
Be cool.
Wait a minute, two things.
Podcast
A,
out.
Andy, I apologize for not hearing your Rubber Soul story, but my allergies flared up. Second, I'll rewatch it when I watch video. Second, did you just pick Signals as your favorite Rush album?
Yes.
No,
Whoa.
he did.
Well,
Right.
mine's fucking Presto, so that's probably even worse. So
That is worse. Yeah. Wow.
God,
I'm not a
dude,
Rush nut slinger. I
you
don't
got
sit there. I mean, you guys, prog guys, 5 hours talking about
you
Rush. I'm like,
you
fuck,
got
man, I'm not that
you
big of
got
a fan.
you got Subdivision, so it talks about
It's a
being
great
bullied,
song.
and you
Yeah.
got the Analog Kid, you got Chemistry, you got Digital Man, you got Countdown. I fucking love that song about fucking the spaceship taking off. I just love this fucking album.
A
And
good
this
album,
is
by the way. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I just think every album they did before is much better.
I
I would
love
take
20. I
Moving
love
Pictures as
I
my second one.
Moving Pictures is a great.
But you
I
guys,
love I got the box set. This only box set I got from Rush is Moving Pictures right over here. And because it gave me the most shit in that, but fucking
Probably
this
Fly By
album,
Night's my third
without
favorite.
hearing subdivisions, when I'm watching a video and this kid getting bullied in school, that reminded me of my life. Subdivision in the high school halls, in the shopping malls, be cool or be cast out. I was never cool. I was the cast out kid. And that song spoke to me, and this album speaks to me. I just love this fucking album to death. But I could have picked Clockwork Angels because that is my favorite album by them by right now. But this album is what got me into Rush.
I get that. If I was a nerd in the 80s, it'd probably be my favorite too.
Yeah, so I love signals. And look, the dog is pissing on a fucking fire hydrant. That's a signal. A
I
great
like,
album
listen,
cover.
it's true to who you are, Mark. That's the
Yeah.
important.
That's
I'm
a
wearing
Jeff.
You can tell who the two bullies in this fucking podcast were.
That was a
Laughing at it.
that was a Geoff Tate backhand compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, my number one, I mean, best rock and roll album from the best rock and roll band ever.
I knew you were
Absolutely.
gonna pick that, Jerry.
And yeah, Andy side 4 does rule, by the way. I mean,
Yeah, I agree with you,
Yeah,
Jerry.
it's the weakest, but still awesome.
A
Thank
lot of
you.
people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize that that's fucking. Physical graffiti's a hodgepodge of cast-offs, man. It really is. I mean,
I have
from
that too. I don't
Houses of the Holy, Led Zeppelin
No
4. I
way.
mean, those are all like songs that either didn't make the cut or weren't,
Yeah, it's a great album.
Actually, most of it was new stuff. They had about three
I have
sides.
pull mine out too.
They said that we all have that, of course.
We all have
They said
it.
that they would have had like it was just a little over. It wasn't quite enough for a double album. Like they had three sides, so that's why they grabbed like that
Yeah,
other.
there were outtakes and they made them in the cool tunes. I get that,
But
and they fucking did a great
me, it
job.
all flows perfect.
Yeah,
It sounds
yeah.
great.
I mean, fuck, In the Light, dude. I mean, that is one of
I
the
love
that intro for In the Light, man. Holy shit, it's just incredible, man.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
it.
10 years got and the variety of fucking different styles on this album, dude. From fucking In the Light to fucking Down by the Seaside, 10 Years Gone, and fucking, and then you got a killer heavy or rocking tune like Night Flight, which is like really radio friendly type. And then you got In My Time of Dying, and which was, it was borrowed, but still Led Zeppelin made that their own, in my opinion. In my opinion, Led Zeppelin borrowed, but they made them better. Sorry,
yeah,
it's just my opinion.
they took it to a whole other level.
Absolutely.
Is that the only album that got on two lists? I'm thinking about it.
I think so. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that officially it's the best. You might be right, Jerry, then officially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
mean,
Might be the
it
correct
starts
name.
out. I mean, it started out with Custard Pie and then The Rover, man. Two fucking killer tunes, man. Houses of the Holy, which isn't on Houses of the Holy, but great fuck. Not a bad song on it in my. I even like Boogie with Steel. I think it's a cool little
I love Boogie with Stu.
jam, cool tune, yeah. And fucking the most underrated gem on that album is the last song, is Sick Again. That is a great song.
This
And they
song.
fucking ruled out with the Crows, by the way. I love that version.
Yeah. I love it. My favorite Zeppelin song of all time though is 10 Years Gone. That song
that's
my favorite song.
That's my
Mine
favorite
too.
song too, Ed.
is amazing.
My favorite song. Yeah,
My favorite song too.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway, any honorable mentions? Edwin, start with you, dude.
Okay, I got like 30. I'm gonna say them really fast.
Oh my
ahead.
God.
Okay, because these
60 seconds, let's go.
all these albums I listen to multiple times a year, and so I just want to say them, and it's a very eclectic list. Okay, I'm gonna go real fast. Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the Wu-Tang. Waylon Jennings, Dreaming My Dreams. Van Halen, Fair Warning. A Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. Rolling Stones, Goat's Head Soup. Yeah, Goat's Head Soup's my favorite Rolling Stones album. Rick James, Street Songs. Public Enemy, Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Black. Prince, Parade. Pixies, Doolittle. Neil Young, Time Fades Away. Miles Davis, In a Silent Way. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Megadeth, Rust in Peace. Lana Del Rey, Honeymoon. Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. Hole, Live Through This. Gordon Lightfoot, Old Dance Records. Glenn Gould, Goldberg Variations, 81 recording. Gene Clark, No Other. Fleetwood Mac, Tusk. Dokken, Tooth and Nail.
Yeah.
Yep, Tooth and Nail. David Crosby, If I Could Only Remember My Name. David Bowie, Station to Station. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Cosmos Factory. Bob Seger, Stranger in Town. Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding. Beck, Sea Change. Beach Boys, Wild Honey. Alice Cooper, Killer. And AC/DC's For Those About to Rock, We Salute You, which is really right on Poweridge's ass it's in my favorite AC/DC album with Brian Johnson. So there you go.
All
I
right.
really like the Neil Young Time Fades Away. I love that.
I will say just Tonight's the Night is my favorite studio album of his, and that is also that could easily be in that list as well. But Time Fades Away is definitely, if I could only listen to one Neil Young album, that would be the one.
It should be considered part of that Ditch trilogy, I think, but
it is by some people, But I did a whole video about it. So
yeah, you do.
All right, Mooger.
You gotta do some more Neil Young on Black
Any
enough.
Any honorable mentions, Mooger? Sorry, you guys go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, Andy, anytime you guys talk about Neil Young, down.
You're down.
Mooger, any honorables?
Oh God, yes. And I'll just throw a few of these out there. I won't have as many as Edwin, but I'm gonna. I easily could, but I won't. Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits, Eagles' greatest hits, Boston's debut, Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime, Tool, Lateralis, Black Label Society's Order of the Black,
Mm.
and pretty much anything Elvis. I go to the number ones collection
Nice.
that
Yeah.
he has. So
Yeah, that number one's is fantastic, man.
Fuck yeah.
oh yeah. So
Awesome.
that, I mean, I could go and go and go and go, but yeah, that is some that got left off. Oh, Judas Priest, the Metal Years.
Oh yeah. That's what got me into
Oh,
Judas Priest.
yes, the Metal Years.
I got that on
Yeah,
CD somewhere.
Yep. So I got that for my girlfriend, wife now, but girlfriend at the time for her birthday years ago. Yeah, man. So Ozzy, Diary of Madman, Metallica, Master of Puppets. So it's all good stuff.
Awesome.
Good one, too.
Andy,
I like this one. This one.
Andy?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got quite a bit, and this is going to be more typical albums. Don Henley, End of the Innocents. I love that album.
Great album. Great
Smokey Pope's Born to Quit. I got two Jackson Browns. I'm going with Running on Empty and also The Pretender.
That's
I love
great.
Jackson Brown.
Love those.
Bob
Two
Seger,
best.
Stranger in
Two the
Town.
best.
Eagles Hotel California. Outfield Play Deep. Genesis Abacab. Also, I play the Holy Rosary because I do the Rosary when I'm driving. So I play that quite a bit, the Holy Rosary. Gloria Estefan, Let It Loose. Heart Brigade. Marshall Tucker Band, where it all began. It's a double album that's a mix of live and studio. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. John Mayer, Battle Studies. Katy Perry, Unplugged. I really love her little Unplugged section that she does. It's a little EP I like to listen to. Kelly Clarkson's Greatest Hits. Kenny Chesney, When the Sun Goes Down. And Mariah Carey's Emancipation of Mimi. That's about it.
Wow.
Paul and the Heart Brigade and the John Mayer Battle Studies, man. Two great albums, man.
Yeah, they
are. Mark, you got any?
Yeah. Any Rush album, any Led Zeppelin album, Warrant Dog Eat Dog, and any Beatles album, Winger Pool, the Cars debut album, Oingo Boingo Alive, Cheap Trick 97, Cheap Trick, any Cheap Trick album, by the way, I like, except one. I don't like one of them. Prince, 1999, like in Once Bitten by Great White. A lot of Aerosmith, Draw the Line. I like any 70s Aerosmith album.
Damn it, Mark, I'm disappointed. I was hoping you'd pick it, man, because it's the only album I had out at the time.
Damn Yankees
Damn
is
Yankees.
amazing. Yeah. I would have picked it. Yeah, I'll put that on my list too. Both of those albums, by the way.
Well, I mean, do you listen to them? Like,
Oh, I
recently,
listen to them a
often?
lot, dude.
Oh,
I listen
okay.
to Don't
Cool.
Tread and that
Cool.
album a lot.
Awesome.
And
This is a
Night
fun show,
Ranger,
guys.
Night Ranger, any album by Night Ranger.
I admit I have been listening to and the band played on a lot recently again now too. I love that
Fucking
album. The
great
last
album,
one.
dude.
That's a
I
great
love
album.
that band. They got a groove, man. Take a shot.
All right, cool. That is our top 11 songs that are in our current playlist. Real fun show, guys. Thanks for being here. Edwin, any parting words? Any up to anything, or what's up, man?
Oh, no, I'm finishing editing my next video. I know I don't put out as many as I used to, but I'm planning in the future to. I've been kind of busy with various screenwriting and article writing jobs, so I haven't been able to do quite as many videos as I have done in the past. But I am starting to get back into it again. I got one. It's actually going to be about two Steve McQueen movies that should be out like next week. So, like, if next week, if you're into Steve McQueen movies, you might like it. You know, it'll probably not get too many views, but I don't care. I do what I want. You know, if I
You do what you want because it's fun, man.
yeah, that's the thing.
Watched
Like,
the Steve McQueen movie yesterday, actually.
which one?
It was the one when they were trying to get away from a POW camp.
The Great Escape.
Yeah, the
That's
Great
great.
Escape.
That's a great movie, by the way.
That
Yeah,
movie made him a
really good.
star. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was with Charles Bronson, right?
He was in there too. Yeah, they also were both in the Magnificent Seven as well.
Great,
Oh, yeah.
two great
That was the
movies.
period. Bronson would always end up in a lot of ensemble movies. He was also in The Dirty Dozen, you know, and yeah, I'm a big Bronson fan too. One day I might make a video about Bronson, but Steve
What
McQueen.
did Steve McQueen's son die of? What did
I
he
don't
die
know.
of?
I think it was cancer.
Oh, what did Steve
Was it
McQueen?
cancer?
Oh, he had
Yeah,
lung cancer.
no, Steve McQueen's son. His son.
Oh, I don't know his son. I know Steve
the,
McQueen died. of
the
lung
Karate Kid. He was on Karate Kid. That's all I remember him being on. I think he was trying to race too. I think. Yeah. He played Dutch on the Karate Kid. Yeah, that was
I
him.
did not know.
Dutch. Who was Dutch?
The biggest asshole of the group, the Cobra Kai group. Short blonde hair, was kind of white, kind of a
I know
stocky
what you
dude.
mean. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
I didn't know. I
Yeah.
never made that connection, and I know a lot about Steve McQueen, but I didn't really follow into like
Oh, okay.
post his death. I didn't know about his son. Didn't know about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Good trivia.
All right, cool. Andy.
Black Spinner Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mooger's going to be on. We're going to be ranking all the Allman Brother albums. So I'm surprised because me and Al are big Allman Brother fans, and we haven't done an Allman Brother show. So we're finally going to break the ice on that, and we're going to rank all the Allman Brother albums from their debut album all the way to The Note. So
Awesome.
fantastic, dude. I've been deep diving into Allman Brothers, and dude, I swear, no one else sounds like them. They're just they fit no genre. They're just the Allman Brothers.
Them and Leonard Skinner, man, have their own sound, man.
So yeah,
Cool.
that's what we're doing Wednesday. Is the Allman Brothers.
I can't wait till I get a better schedule where I can come on your show again.
Yes, yes.
Well, May I'll be
Now,
training.
9 o'clock and shit.
It'll be after May, man. I'll be getting to an earlier shift and I'll be fine. So
The only time I get pissed if I don't get invited for Zeppelin, Maiden, or fucking
I get
Pink
pissed
Floyd.
because they did a Rush episode. I was the third song.
I would not.
I was
no
so
Rush.
mad
I love
about that
Rush.
one,
I
but
like Rush. But
I
don't put me on a
understand
Rush episode
because
please.
I can't get
I need
there
to sleep.
the time they're going to record that. So
That's a very good episode because that had Martin Popoff on it.
yeah,
And,
Ralph.
And Ralph Vieira was on there
That
as
was
well.
amazing. I was like so mad.
Cool. I guess Mooger and Mark, I'll see you guys in a little bit. But Mooger, any parting words or anything?
Nope. I got Black Spinner with Andy on Wednesday, and then Thursday with our Canadian brother Eric Lucier. We are going to be doing our top 4 bands from around the world, and look for the socials or keep an eye on the socials for the posting of that radio show. That's what I got coming up.
And make sure we have an episode out on Freeform. We do our best and worst of Pantera, which is doing very well. Check that out. Really great episode. And also, we will be back in 3 weeks with the BS episode.
Yeah,
April
taking a little
19th.
break.
We pull 11 random albums out of our collection.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Cannot
Andy
wait.
came up with that idea. So, Andy, you're running that show.
Okay, cool.
Now see, you know, I'm gonna have my daughter pick 11 random albums out for him because we know.
No,
Where
you
M's
pick
are.
it out from your collection.
If I want to pull an M,
like
I
right
know
here.
that. But I know where my albums are. I'll be like kind of cheating because I know where they're at. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna.
Well, I don't know where they're at. I'm just
Try
gonna
not to look at them. That's like what
don't
Ralph-
look at
I
them.
know.
Just go like
I know
this.
where my C's are, and I have like a 1 in.
But you
100
could
chance
go
to
like
grab one.
this. You could just go
I'm
like.
gonna let my. What's wrong with what I'm doing? My daughter's picking.
It's
it.
okay. It's okay.
wrong with the way you're doing
I
it.
think Barry is right. That's
Thank you.
Sure.
Check out Heavy Water 77. Me and my friend Joe do that show. If you're a Styx fan, we have a lot of fun doing that. And we're getting haters too, so we love that. We love haters. We encourage, we don't encourage
Freeform in
many
this
haters,
episode,
but a
this
few of
show
them.
has a lot of haters.
But also, me and Andy and Joe do a show called Pop Go the Rockers, where we talk about pop music. And this is what I wanted to ask you, Andy, or Edwin. Monday, 7 o'clock, we're doing Lana Del Rey's Ultraviolence album. You have an invite if you want to be on.
This Monday?
7
Tomorrow.
o'clock, yeah.
Oh wait.
Tomorrow, yeah, it does, tomorrow.
O'clock. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm looking at my schedule right now. What time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Is that our time, Central Time?
Yes, our time, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's one of my favorite Lana
Cool.
Del Rey albums. It's actually only
Mine
in
too.
recent years has Honeymoon supplanted actually.
Yeah,
So
all right, cool.
yeah, I'm down. I'll do it.
Awesome. See you there.
Y'all hate me tomorrow. Y'all gonna hate me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I fucking love her. But anyway, yeah, check out the Freeform Rock podcast. Check out, past BS shows, man. We have some good stuff. Got a lot of good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And once again, Andy, Mooger, Edwin, thank you guys for being on, man.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. This was a blast.
Yeah.
God
Take
bless.
care.
Even though
Take
I'm
care.
sober, it was a lot of fun.
All right, guys. See you guys in a while. Later.